I'm not muted. You're muted. You guys are clearly. It's not my. It's not. There's nothing I'm doing wrong. I'm the professional streamer actually. Um. So you guys can't really tell me what to do. You guys can't. You think you have power over me? Happy Monday, everybody. You're muted there. Thanks. Koi Fishish, hello, welcome. Blue Syndrome Villain Productions, welcome. Bones, how's it going? Robin's Chicken Wings, hi. Yo! Oh my god, Chris is here. Ellie Mango, hello there. Elama, hello. Laughing White, Proxy's back. Chanel, Malco's back, hello. Everybody's here, oh my god. April B. Arting, how's it going? Hello, everybody. Night 222333, how's it going? Toby, of course. Toby! Thank you so much for the sub. How many years has it been? Let me count this. 83 months. Wait, guys. Yeah, wait, guys. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, wait, hang on. 83 months divided by 12. 7 years? 7 guys, 7 Toby, 7 years is crazy. Thank you so much for the 7 years. I can't believe I've been streaming that long. I don't even believe that. That's crazy. April Bjorn's the first stream you've ever actually, I mean, to be fair, the first stream I've had this week. So I was supposed to have a stream on Monday. What do you mean it is Monday? It's totally Monday. Am I stuttering again? Okay, I'm good. Hopefully. Yeah, so yeah, I was supposed to stream on Monday. I once again had so many deadlines. But it was fine. It was fine. We got all that done, and then here I am. So I'm just trying to catch up with a bunch of stuff. I also recognize, and I want to point out to the VOD viewers right now, there is record of me saying that I would be watching the Arknights commemorative video, I believe. So we're gonna start with that, but then we're gonna go right into Mirval Rivals. Does that sound fair to you guys? Does that sound fair? Also, am I allowed to swear in this household? Fuck no, that's my job. That's my job and only my job. Let me see if I can. I'm trying to log into Steam right now, because apparently Mirval Rivals is on Steam, which I didn't expect. I fully expected to have its own launcher, to be honest. So I'm just sitting here going like, maybe I shouldn't. You know what? We're gonna install it next time. We're gonna install it next time because who cares? Who cares what the gameplay is like? We're just gonna look at the animations. Anyway. April says, I'm making a point of this year getting properly into using Blender once and for all. That's actually really good. Yeah, that legitimately best decision you'll ever make. I promise you. Yeah. Yes, you did. I'm an Arknights fan, so I did remember this. That's fair. Very fair. So I will be watching it. Have you seen the animation, The Two Musketeers? No, I have not. I have not. Sounds interesting. Other April. I challenge you to a Black Widow duel. Please do not. Please, Sebs. The last time you guys challenged me to an Overwatch duel, I think it was Llama who just absolutely destroyed me. Maybe. Evelyn combat animations. That's true. I was gonna watch that too. But to be fair, maybe we can bundle that in with an overall sort of ZZZ ranking update stream, because we do have a lot of ZZZ stuff to update to. Have you seen Mirval Rival opening? No, I haven't seen. Guys, I haven't seen anything regarding Mirval Rivals, like pretty much at all. Like I think the only thing I've seen of Mirval Rivals is like some people play it on stream. I've seen like a little bit of gameplay. And I saw that one trailer, you know, on stream with you guys, like when it first got announced, or came out. And I don't know. I don't really know much about the actual gameplay animations, or not the gameplay animations. I should say like the highlight intros or whatever they're called. In this game, I don't know. Yeah, Animush, thanks for following. Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea what to expect. 2 new skins got added today. Is that the Invisible Girl and Mr. Fantastic ones? Because I think I saw that when I was searching for stuff. Yeah. Honestly, as a former Maya user, who did 2 things as a layout artist and feature film VFX, very cool. I occasionally slip into reflex with some of the keystrokes, but I've been modeling a Star Trek ship, and holy geez, the UV system is so much more intuitive in Blender. Yeah, let's go! That's awesome. I'm excited for you. Honestly, yes. Maya Refugees are a thing in the Blender community. Absolutely. So I hope you like it. I can't even model in Maya, honestly. I tried it for a little bit and I was like, I can't believe people do this. I really, really, really like, and I really enjoy modeling in Blender. I'll say that much. Yeah. First time viewer here. Yeah, Villa, what's up? What can we expect from these reviews? Well, pretty much just me being an opinionated guy with a professional background. That's really it. But I like to do draw over, so you're gonna see a little bit of that. We're gonna do basically today is actually technically a ranking stream, not a review stream. It's slightly different, basically the same thing. But we're gonna be doing a ranking stream where I'm gonna show you guys. Let me be a little professional here. As I transition. Look at this. This is my my general setup. We're gonna be looking at just like a couple of characters for now. I don't want to do the whole roster all at once because I have a feeling that's gonna be a lot. And by a feeling, I mean I counted and it's 35. So it's 35 characters. We're gonna break it up into role, I think. So we're gonna do just like either the strategist or the vanguards first, get a little feel of how things are feeling. I don't know if you guys want to vote on which one you guys want to start with. I have them all pulled up here just in case. And then also because I need to figure out what these costumes are. So I've heard that apparently there's custom animations for different costumes, and I want to know how to review that properly in a way that makes sense. So we're basically going to try to figure out, a good format for what we're going to do, just probably with just a few of the characters, which either strategist or vanguard is what I'm going with. I know a lot of you guys are looking for land sharks, so we might do the strategist just for the land sharks. But yeah, I do want to see what costumes and stuff we have available and what kind of what exactly things we have to review, because I have no idea. All I know is that there's like these highlight intro things, which is similar to like the play of the game stuff that is in Overwatch, which I'm familiar with. I have no idea what that's going to look like. I assume there's other like costume related skins, and then maybe there's like some sort of like, I don't know, like intro animation. I'm not sure exactly what else there is. Yeah, MVP animations are about 15 minutes total. Oh, cool. Very interesting. Yeah, that's good to know. Thank you, Bones. Let's see here. Yeah. Oh, cool. This is season 1 for just MVP animations. I mean, this is definitely helpful. I was pulling up a different one here. This is all characters intros and PvP animations, which is 21 minutes. So I don't know what an intro animation is compared to an MVP animation is, but I assume that's like maybe like a character select screen or something. I'm not sure. We're gonna figure this out. That's for sure. Not the Invisible Woman skin. What's that? What? Is there controversy with some of these skins already? With any luck, I hope I can take some creatures from ZBrush to Blender and do some animations. ZBrush to Blender is a pretty decent workflow, honestly. It does seem to work pretty well, in my experience. I haven't used ZBrush, but the artists that do, who have worked on our team, say that's pretty decent. If I ever learn how to do environments and lighting properly, like based on creatures from Spore, bro, Spore is like, whew, that is a throwback. I never played Spore as much as I would have liked, but as a kid, I was obsessed with Spore, just like the concept of it. If you guys don't know what Spore is, basically it's an old ass game, but it's concept of like you take a creature through the process of evolution of like millions of years, and like you choose different traits and stuff that you want it to have, and like build it from like a single celled organism to like a multi galactic civilization. It's really cool. It is. Spore is old. I think Spore right now is like 15 to 20 years old. No. Yeah, about 15 to 20 years old now. Yeah, it came out in 2010. There we go. 2008. Yeah, I was right. About 17 years. Yeah. Yeah, back in the 2000s, early 2000s. Yeah. Spore is going to be 17 years old this September. That is crazy. Dude, I wish I played Spores more, honestly. It was actually dude, one day we're gonna review Spore animation. I'm pretty sure Spore animation was like a very procedural, because they didn't know exactly what your animal was gonna look like. So like you had to change the features and stuff freely. So the developers had to develop a system that would like work for any kind of, I don't know. There's some sort of things there. There are rumors they're working on a Spore 2. That'd be pretty cool. Or how many legs it would have. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's such a cool concept, dude. I would love to play some Spore one day, but I don't have time for games at all anymore. Blue Sky Studios was supposed to make a Spore movie back in the day. They got the license in 2009, but immediately ended up in development hell. That's crazy. What? Oh wow. Oh, F Mile, if you want the Discord, sorry, usually that command used to work. The Discord is just discord.gg/Dillon Goo, just so I have look, I'm a manual bot. We've done it. That Zoom scared me. I thought I was an edited video. You are in an edited video. I'm sorry, Sebs. This is the past. How would they even do a Spore movie? Honestly, I don't know. That would probably explain why it's in development hell, to be honest. But that's fine. Okay, let's decide what we want to do today, guys. I want a quick poll from you. Do you guys want to do Vanguards, Strategists, or Duelists? I don't want to do Duelists. I'm just going to be completely transparent with you guys. I don't think we have time for Duelists. That's half the roster. So we're going to start with either Strategist or Vanguard. So I'm going to do a quick poll here. So I think I just do that. There we go. Which role to rank today for Mirval Rivals? All right, we got Strategist and Vanguard. We're just going to do those two. See what happens. We're going to do a 1-minute poll. Very short poll. Start the poll. It's starting. Go ahead and vote in the poll. Let me pull this up on stream. Hang on so you guys can see it. Where am I? Here we go. Where do I pull this? Yes. Does this work? Yeah. There we go. I think that works. I don't know. Whatever. You guys can read it. Looks like mostly strategists, actually. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. Mostly strategist. Sorry, you'll have to ignore my face. My face sometimes does that. Spore was like 90% in the space age, which was also the worst part. Really? I actually never got to that part, so I wouldn't know. Strategist wins, everybody. Strategist wins. All right, we're going to do strategist. So that includes Jeff the Land Shark. It also includes Invisible Woman and I guess Luna Snow, Loki, Mantis, Rocket. Rocket's a strategist? I could have sworn he'd be DPS, but I guess that makes sense. Cloak and Dagger and Adam Warlock. Wow, I actually know all these characters. This is really impressive. Cool. I mean, Rocket is a smart guy. He's the plan guy, so I can see that maybe I don't know. All right, cool. Adam Warlock's ult. Oh, that's true. Are we doing other ult animations? I don't think there are. I assume there's not. Okay. All right, let's see what we got here. So wait, did you guys already explain to me what a character intro is? Because I don't know what that is. Just to make sure I know what I'm looking at. Mr. Incredible is a DPS and spends most of the time tanking. He feels like he would be tanking. That's true. Also, why isn't Reed Richards, the smartest man on earth, is not a strategist? Oh, character interest when you choose them in the character menu. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, cool. We can include those in the rankings for now. Or we can separate it. We can do the intros separately. Maybe. It does feel a little confusing to combine them too. We could separate them. Maybe we just do MVPs. Are you guys okay with that? His wife is a strategist? That's hilarious. Wait, hang on. Doesn't Invisible Woman literally create force fields? She's not a Vanguard? That's crazy. You can duplicate. Yeah, you could duplicate the tab. I could also do it later. I don't have to watch them now. Doctor Strange is a Vanguard and not a strategist. That's crazy, dude. Doesn't he have CC? I'm so confused, bro. The qualification for Vanguard is body built like a forklift. Doctor Strange does. Fair enough. I'll believe you. Interesting. Fair enough. Yeah, the portals seem like a lot of fun, honestly. All right, so let's just watch the MVP animations. Are you guys cool with that? I think it's just a little neater that way. Ad break. Oh, right. Mr. Fantastic and Mr. Incredible. That's right. Yeah, honestly, they're exactly the same. Violet and Sue Storm are basically the same person. Um, yeah. Why don't you try out the game? I would. I just didn't download it. And I don't have my Steam logged in because I can't play games anymore these days. So I have to. It's been a while and I got to remember my password, which I don't know. Yeah. Oh, I'm getting a Muppets ad? Damn. Yo, Izuma, hey, thanks for the prime. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. What ads indeed? Acne cream. Well, that explains that answers Izuma's question perfectly. It's tough days when you can't play games. Honestly, yeah, it's been a while. I wish I had time to play. I barely have time to eat. It's crazy. Yeah. At some point down the line, when you actually have a decent chunk of time, we need a studio Jackbox night. That would be cool. That'd be really nice. Honestly, just a studio game night in general. I think there was a couple games we wanted to play at some point. I know I joked about League of Legends. Let's never do League of Legends, please. But there was another game that we wanted to play. I forget what it was, and it wasn't Roblox either. All right, welcome back, everybody. Let's get into it. So we're going to look at the strategists specifically, starting with Adam Warlock, who happens to be, by alphabetical order, already the first one we're going to take a look at. So definitely Fortnite. Oh, God. Maybe. Possibly. Who knows? All right. So Mirval Rivals. We're going to take a look at the we're going to look at the strategists. Did I say Vanguard earlier? This is starting out great. Okay. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I know exactly what we're doing. Okay. Honestly, I don't even know if I'm ready for this, but I hope I am. There's going to be some breakdowns on some things maybe that are not animation. I'm kind of curious about the shader now, actually. I'm looking at this because they have backface culling on here. But I'm going to try to ignore that and just focus on the animation. Let's see what happens. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Here we go. They're decently short. Fair enough. Okay, very cool. Very cool. Okay, here we go. So the first strategist that we're going to be looking at is Adam Warlock. Let's see what he has to offer. We'll see. They're going to be so short. I feel like I'm going to have to watch it a couple times. Oh, shit. They have a freeze frame at the end. Interesting. Okay. Okay. They have an impact frame here too? Interesting. These manual 3D impact frames are always fun. They actually do a pretty decent job at choosing the shading because they're doing a completely different light here, which is cool. So if you actually take a look at the previous frame, they have like general lighting from mostly the front, it looks like. You can see here, like there's like the lighting here pretty much shows like there's kind of like a top-down front view light direction. But then right here, suddenly all the light's coming from the left. So they're doing a custom light source for the impact frames, which feels very nice, inverting it for maximum contrast, which we've talked about before. And then you have this really, really good, actually, this really, really good drag on his hand, which brings the momentum here into the payoff pretty nicely. I would say, like, I wasn't immediately blown away by this. I think it's impressive. I think it's good. It's solid. But I'm not thinking this is like the most amazing thing I've ever seen. There's a couple things that could be a little bit better. Like right here, I almost wish, and I don't know if this is something that they didn't do stylistically, but I almost wish this hand did a screen wipe. So you have a really cool opportunity here where like this hand could be like just pushed closer to camera. And you can do this with like just scaling the hand up. You can fake it. A lot of people fake this crazy focal length sometimes. Having a screen wipe here would feel a lot nicer than this particular silhouette, because it's already getting a little bit lost in the silhouette here. So that takes away a little bit of that anticipation that I wish it had, because it would set up that highlight intro just a little bit more and maybe like push that extra 10-20% of it. But it's cool. Adam Warlock is pretty good. Pretty good. I do really like this pose here. Like the pose where he actually pulls it in. Like this feels like a pretty decent pose. If his scepter was here, it'd be a little stronger, to be honest. Like if you see that, like see how the silhouette is like kind of like getting blurred here. Like the hand goes into the scepter and then kind of, if the scepter was just offset a little bit and it was like over here instead, you can see how much stronger that would be, where you get this focused and this really, really clear. The hand silhouette is really, really clear. And then you would have this as well. As a small thing, and I don't know if this is really that important, but like, you don't have to cover up his nose. You just like, just like leave a little bit of room there. Like, and it would have been nice. I think you can overlap the face and the thumb silhouette just a bit. But like as far as poses go, like there's a couple things you can still improve. But overall, I do like this pose. I do. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much how that's pretty much how I would improve it a little bit. But I do really like that they did actually a pretty decent screen wipe here. Like this is pretty much what I was looking for the other one. So they have the concept. Oh, whoa. They have the concepts down. All right, let's take a look at Adam Warlock. I would give him a B. I don't think he's really blowing me away or anything. I'm gonna give him a very middle of the road ranking, because I think it's solid, it's good, but it's not like amazing. There's a lot of things he could have done better. Cool. Well, fair enough. Who is next? Let's take a look at Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger. Let's see. All right. Turn up the volume as well. There we go. That looks sick, by the way. Who is this? That's Captain America. Oh, they have all the different skins. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so I guess they all come. They also come. Wait, was there another skin here as well? Wait, hang on. There is. Wait, there's more. Adam Warlock saved the day. Okay, we're learning. What? That's totally different. This is crazy. Wait, hang on. This is, I didn't expect it to be so different. That's awesome. Okay, so the skins give legitimately totally different MVP animations. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is MCU Warlock. Dude, this is... Holy shit. Okay. Let me watch this again. Interesting. Okay. Okay. As much as I think this is a lot cooler than the other one, I also can't really say that it is, because animation-wise, he does nothing. He does basically nothing, right? Like bottom mechanics-wise, he's just flying through the air. And then he poses at the end. Like, there's really not a whole lot going on here. I do think the general directing for this one is better. Like, it feels more active, right? Because there's things happening around him. It feels more dynamic. I do like how he's got a lower focal length here. If you guys don't know what focal length means, it basically means like how close the camera really is to the character and how close they feel. It's different. It's different than, just zooming in. It's actually being close to the character and zooming out. So you have like the full view and the full perception distortion. So you have this really, really cool, like low focal length shot where the character feels closer to you. And that feels really good. I like that idea. I like the silhouette here. The silhouette in general is good. The cape is moving fantastically, if I'm being completely honest. I'm pretty sure it's probably simulated, but that being said, like it works really well for what it's doing. The transition to this is like, honestly, it's a little cheap because they have like a flash of light. If you actually notice here, there's actually not a visible transition between like the poses of like the actual characters. So you see, okay, he's posing, he's like Supermaning, and then suddenly, he's already looking back at you. So there's actually not like a really, really good like animation happening there. So he's just sort of posing in there. And then you'll notice here they also cheat this. He poses, he got the impact frame. His cape is not above him. Remember that. Suddenly it's above him, right? So So this final pose and the pose leading up to it is also not perfectly transitioned either. So like a lot of this is cheated, and I can't really give it a high animation score if I'm being completely honest. I do like it better. I think it's interesting, but the animation of the default one is more difficult and more impressive. So I would say, how do we do this? I need like a costumes picture. Let's see. What is Adam Warlock Guardians of the Galaxy 3? How do I find the one that I need a picture? I need a picture. Oh, Marvel Cinematic Universe. Here we go. Marvel Cinematic Adam. There we go. Adam Warlock. Damn it. You have a thumbnail I can borrow? Please, please. There we go. Cool. All right, we have the thumbnail, and now I'm now going to save the thumbnail somewhere. Yes, I'm going to save it somewhere. Tier maker stuff. I'm organized. I've definitely made tens of these folders at least. Okay, so I will put this guy here. Zoop. There we go. Here we go. Okay. So Adam Warlock, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 version. I would put in D tier. I'm putting him in D tier. He looks cool. He feels cool. Animation wise, not that impressive. I honestly can't give him higher than a D tier. I'm sorry. He doesn't even transition his animations. It's not impressive enough from a technical perspective. Do you need one of us to go scrounge a bunch of skin PNGs? I mean, I can do my best. I think we're doing okay. It's just a dumbed down version of the scene from the movie, which I haven't even seen yet, to be fair. Another thing about the skin MVP. Oh, hi them. Hey, thanks for joining. Another thing about the skin MVP screens is that the freeze at the end gets painted over for extra effect, which is very cool, to be fair. I do like that a lot. Technically not animation. So, cool. He has a third animation? Oh, really? Is there more? Oh, cut divine ties. Interesting. This is... What? And you're telling me that's not Dr. Doom? That looks a lot like Dr. Doom. Okay. So, we have a third Warlock skin. Okay, interesting. Okay, here we go. What is it? Is he a vampire? Is this a Halloween skin? That's crazy. Okay, interesting. I feel like I paused here earlier, and I'm not gonna lie, guys. They're all the same particle. I mean, they all look exactly the same. I don't know if this is like a technical issue. It's not an animation issue, but I think it's supposed to be bats, right? Yeah, all the bats were rotated exactly the same way, and it was a little disconcerting. But that being said, it looks like he's like an anti-vampire. He's like a vampire hunter, maybe? Inquisitor. Interesting. Okay, well, it's a vampire themed skin either way. Fair enough. The Proxy's like the lowering of the hand impact frame. I mean, yeah, he's got a very epic hand lowering animation. Which is mostly there for the transition, to be fair. But okay, I'm not guys, I'm be honest, I'm not super impressed with this one. I feel like this arc didn't give me the satisfaction I wanted it to. So I like what they're doing. I do think it has some value to get a little bit crooked in the arcs there, but what I wish it did I really, really wish this arc was a little bit more satisfying. So like they're doing a good job like bringing it in. They do a sudden 90-degree turn here, which felt like a little bit sudden. Didn't feel like it was building on any of the previous energy. Like you can do this, you can have it be more erratic, and that's fine. But like that's like the perfect time to really get like a nice curvature at the tip there, to really have that slope just accelerate. And like that acceleration is a missed opportunity. Instead they just sort of like boop, 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 boop. And because of the unpredictability, it didn't quite reach that satisfaction level that it could have with a nice flowy arc. So this is one of the first things that I noticed from like an animation perspective that could be improved about it. This one here, this is more of an effects thing, but like the impact here isn't really strong enough for me. I wish it felt more like an impact and less like a gradual shield, right? This feels a little bit too gradual. So what you want really for these things, I mean, for one, you could have an impact frame if you wanted to. They clearly are comfortable with it. But really they need something that feels like this thing here is exploding a bit more suddenly, because the energy that's going into it is being redirected, and it can't just like gradually change direction. It has to suddenly change direction. That energy has to dissipate in a way that feels natural. So you actually need like a lot more energy here at the beginning. It's why you have like honestly the biggest amount of we'll say like impact at the very beginning of contact in this particular case. So what I would like to see is something about this big at the beginning. Like I think if you had it a little bit bigger here actually, and then had it come in a little bit afterwards, it would feel a little bit more impactful. And yeah, after that, this is cool. You also have a bit of a problem here. Like this is this is an issue with line of action. First of okay, actually, before we get to that, you guys notice anything wrong with this? It's not the worst thing in the world, but I've talked about this before. Guys, if you're gonna raise the arm, especially if you're gonna raise the arm up vertically, you have to raise the shoulder. You have to raise the shoulder, guys. You have to raise the shoulder. This is the only way a human can really feasibly raise their arm that high. You need to have this shoulder joint go up. The collarbone has to go up. It's impossible to have a 90-degree angle at the joint here. It's not physically possible. So very, very important rule there. I think this is going to be, take off a couple points for sure. But yeah, that's one aspect of this pose that could definitely be improved. And it's a really, really small change. It's something that, also depends on whether the rigs have shoulders, to be fair. So I don't want to put blame on the animators in this particular case, but it can be something that will improve the pose by quite a bit. And then I want you guys to notice something. Where is this line of action pointing, right? Like the general line of action. I mean, technically speaking, especially if it was like a little bit more accurate, like you would have the joint here. Technically speaking, we have an ad break right now, but technically speaking, the line of action is actually pointing slightly left. You guys see that? Anyone who's subscribed, who doesn't have ads? You guys see that? Guys, don't forget about your Prime subs, everybody. Anyway, we're gonna wait for the ad break. We're gonna wait for the ad break. Toby, thank you. I appreciate it. Only true fans know. I'm just kidding. We're waiting. We are chilling. Yes. A full minute and a half of ads is rough. Taldon, how are you seeing the ads? I wonder. Good evening, Anthony. Hello there. Subs prevent ads, so I've been told. As have I. As have I. These are the secrets I hear through the vines. So, while we're waiting for everybody else, I figured I'd just get a little intimate with you guys. All right, that's it. You guys done? What's the thought process behind not putting an impact frame in the beginning of the explosion, but at the end where he's quite literally doing nothing? That is a great question, Rockwood. But actually, there's an answer. So I'm 90% sure that the impact frames are reserved specifically for the transition to the freeze frame at the end. So I don't think that's anyone's fault in particular. They're probably not allowed to use an impact frame unless it's for the freeze frame. That's probably why. Rockwin, hopefully that makes sense. Did I use live 2D? No, this is a fully 3D character. I am a 3D boy. I'm a 3D boy. Cool. So, yeah. So if you guys, just to follow up on my previous point before the ads came in and Bezos interrupted us, take a look at this line of action here. As he's raising up his arm, which is like basically the anticipation of the animation, the build up, the setup for the payoff. He's raising up his arm, and look at this line of action. See how it's tilting slightly to the left, right? It's mostly vertical, but it's tilting slightly to the left, right? So we get this really cool pose, this really cool line of action. And a tier 1 sub for Boo the Rat. Thank you so much for the anonymous gifted sub. Appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, there we go. There it is. Thank you. I appreciate it. Twitch alerts are slow, but whatever. But yeah. Keep in mind that this tilts slightly to the left. Now let's keep going. So now what does the line of action do? What did it decide to do? The opposite, right? So this is not a good thing. I'm not a big fan of this. I don't like the fact that they've completely disregarded the previous line of action where they've built up all this momentum. They've built up all this momentum and anticipation this direction, and then they just redirect it, completely start over the energy buildup. It's not feeling like a payoff. It's not feeling like it's connected. It feels like it could very well be a totally different impact. Like, we don't know. Our brains are not connecting this immediately. Now, obviously, from a logical standpoint, we can view this and we can be like, yeah, of course, this is caused by his hand being raised, blah, 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 blah. But we're talking about visual flow, and this doesn't visually flow together. So from an animation perspective, from a directing perspective, this is not really taking advantage of the hard work that, you know, has been put into it. So I think this could be improved if you simply had this, right? Like if you simply had this angle instead, you could have built on that so much better. Like, you look at how this feels compared to the previous frame. Like, already this is going to feel a little bit better, right? You do this, you build up that energy, that line of action, and then you have it come in onto him with that same line of action. It would have felt amazing, but we didn't get that, so that's okay. But of course, that means we cannot give him a super high score. Let's bring his PNG into existence. Where is he? This is whatever this one is, Blood Soul. So Blood Soul, here you are. We're gonna save you here. We're gonna put you into this guy, and that's the wrong one. Well, whoopsie daisies. Here we go. I'm gonna put Blood Soul in D as well. Honestly, there's really not a lot of animation. He basically raises his arm and then lowers it. So really not a significant more amount of animation than the Guardians of the Galaxy skin. And there's a lot of things that he didn't really do quite as well. There's a lot of lack of payoff. So I feel like with those gaps, it doesn't deserve a super high score. So we're going to give him a D as well. Sorry, Adam Warlock, but I will say your default MVP animation has been pretty solid. So good job. Yeah. A 90-degree flip could have fixed. Yeah, I agree with that too. XXYYZZ1235, welcome. All right, cool. What's going on next? I love Parashi's description. The lowering of the hand impact frame. It's like, yeah, that is the most most impactful frame that they could have chosen. But again, it's because of the freeze frame transition. I'm not going to fault them on that. All right, what's next? Who's next? I think Black Panther is next, so we're good. That is the last Adam Warlock skin. Let's go now to Cloak and Dagger, which I believe they only have one, I assume. Also, that's crazy. I'm excited to see whatever the heck this is for Captain America. We're gonna talk about that later, maybe next time. Cloak and Dagger has two. Okay, cool. Looks like I'm only seeing one on here, so we'll see if we can find the other one later. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Oh, there's The second one. We're gonna come back to the second one. Okay. Let's take a look at this one again. Okay. I like this. This is actually this has got some really cool ideas. Okay, hang on. Let's take a look at this again. Okay, really close to the camera poses, which I do enjoy. Okay, well the hand is clipping into the camera. That's a bit of a problem. But you know, other than that, you know, just a bit of a technical issue. She's got no thumb, but it's fine. She doesn't need her thumb or her hand or the rest of her body. But other than that, this is a cool idea. I like this idea, right? So she comes close to camera and then she falls back and gets caught by Cloak. Really cool idea. I like their character design. I think it's cool. Let's take a look at what we could do better though. Let's see what's going on. This is a cool idea, but let's see what's going on with it. There's a couple things here that could be better. So the first thing I would say that I would recommend is I really like this idea of her coming up close, but I feel like her momentum and her line of action isn't properly set up. So there's a couple things that she could do really well here. You'll notice her trajectory is actually essentially this, right? She the momentum kind of goes like this, right? She goes like that and then she like falls back. And let's confirm that if I remember correctly. Yeah, more or less, right? So she sort of like does that and like that's fine, that's good, and I really like that, but unfortunately, admittedly, what we have here actually isn't emphasizing it as much as I could. So let's see what can we do to add to this? Am I stuttering? Hello? Yes, there we go. What can we do to add to this? Let's take a look at what I mean. The issue here that I'm noticing is that her hand is already outstretched a little bit too early. Okay, so let's take a look. Right here, by the time she's here, her hand's already here and it's not really doing that much. But fair enough, like it's here, okay? So this hand is here. It doesn't add a lot to the silhouette. It's not doing anything crazy. Like you can barely see the hand and all these, like you can barely see the arm silhouette and stuff like that, but it's there. And it's there to transition into like the pose that we ultimately saw a clipping finger in, which is not great, but okay, whatever, fair enough. But what if for just, you know, what if the hand was like here, right? So like, what if the arm, the elbow was like here and that's a hand. that's a hand, sure. And it was trying to spin from this sort of like closed off pose, right? If it was sort of more wrapped around. That's a broom. Llama, you shush. It's a hand-shaped broom. Okay, it's a hand. It looks like a hand. Okay. Anyway, so essentially what you have is like potentially a closed off pose to start with, and then a swing of the arm across the camera. That would give it a lot more momentum, right? So if you were to go forward a little bit more, and then you have this pose here, and you had the hand essentially swing across the screen again with these you know, screen wipes. I love screen wipes. I think they're really good. Then you could have a really nice pose here that like emphasizes the character's hand silhouette ideally. So a couple other things I'm changing here. You'll notice that like I'm lowering the hand a little bit, getting the palm to face the camera a bit more, so it's a bit more, you know, interesting as a pose, right? So this transition here, like moving the hand across the screen, actually gives you well, hang on, let me just clarify. It would actually go from below, like a lower arc. That would actually give you a much better anticipation for the spin that she does later, which is like kind of her falling backwards, right? So this hand comes in like that. You do that, and then you go to this pose. It would feel a lot more earned, right? You would feel like that buildup led to her falling backwards in this particular direction. And then you get all the beautiful stuff that they do later, and that's all fine, right? So a small little thing there, but honestly, the idea is really solid, and I like it. One other small detail that I would love to focus on just a little bit more is her face. Her face here has a little bit of a missed opportunity because first of all, it's blocked by her hand a little bit, which isn't ideal. But because we see the face so clearly here, it would be really nice if she actually looked at the camera. She is looking at the camera here, but she isn't really looking at the camera like steadily, she has a bit of dead eye syndrome. You can kind of see it here. Her eyes are not locked anywhere. They're just sort of like floating with her head. And this is actually pretty common with 3D animation if the rig is set up this way. In real life, our eyes are almost always locked to something in world space most of the time because we're staring at something, right? So like even if I'm looking at this person and I like shake my head, my eyes don't move. You see that? How my eyes are just like kind of stationary in world space, locked onto something. But if I'm dead, this is what I look like. It looks like I've dead eyes, right? So the dead eyes look is actually really hard to do intentionally. So I don't know if I did it, but you really have to completely relax your muscles, and it just works better to show like that there is a focus point. So if we actually had her focus and have an expression of some sort here that isn't just neutral, it would be really a really good opportunity to push her character. So I wish we had that, but that's okay if we don't. I think ultimately the idea is good. So all of this stuff is cool. I like it. There's a bit of jitter on her arcs. That might just be a technical thing, but you'll notice like there's a bit of jitter there. You can kind of see it. I don't know if you guys can tell, but she's jittering in camera space a little bit, which is ideal. Yeah, just jittering a little bit. But anyway, that's a small thing. Ultimately, looks good. I would give her default MVP animation probably a solid A, actually. I'd give her a solid A. It could be better. It's like an A-, but I still give her a solid A. Yeah. Pretty good. Pretty good. Is it me or are the eyes a bit stagnant when she's flying up? Exactly, villain. Yes, I agree. Yep. It's just she has very dead eyes. Yeah, she does. Yeah. Could be better. All right, let's move on to the next Cloak and Dagger, shall we? Who is the next Cloak and Dagger, actually? What? Huh. So they're like fairies? I don't think they're fairies, guys. I don't think they're fairies. But yes, fair enough. Tree people, I guess? Yeah, that sounds about right. I guess they're tree people. Okay, so fair enough. Let's take a look at this one more time. Hang on. Okay, this one is interesting because I like what they're trying to do, but I think there's a couple things here that are not being executed in the best way. It's a really popular skin. Fair enough. Here's a couple things that I want to point out. The arcs, the pretty curves, villain, yes, they have a good idea for pretty curves, but there are actually some curves that they're missing. So let me talk about the curves that they're missing. And I think this is going to be, might change how you view some things, but we'll see. One thing real quick at the very beginning, Dagger doesn't really have the best spinning animation. This is something that I've talked about a lot. Spinning animation is very particular. So at the very beginning, I'm noticing a couple things off with her axis. So the number one rule for spinning animation is that you need to have a stable axis. If you don't have a stable axis, you don't spin, you wobble. And wobbling is a very different thing than spinning. Unfortunately, this is a common problem with body mechanic animations in general. So it's not like, impossible, especially ones when you're floating in the air, which is not like a real thing that happens in real life. So there's not a lot of reference that we can use. But generally speaking, if you spin, you need to have a stable axis. You'll notice here, she does not have a stable axis. Her axis starts off here, and then it transitions over to here in her final pose. That's not ideal because without a stable axis, you wobble. You're not actually stable. You're not actually in control, and it feels like you're not in control. So here, Penguin from Outer Space just subscribed with Prime. Thank you so much, Penguin. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, the center of gravity looking more like a spiral of gravity. Yeah, I think generally speaking, because she doesn't feel stable, she doesn't feel in control, it doesn't have a good payoff. So she just sort of like poses, and that's like fine, but it doesn't really give you the coolness factor, the elegance factor that I think they're trying to go for there. So that's what I think they could do to improve it. There we go. Yes, more ad-free people, Toby. Indeed. The more primes we get, the more people can watch the ad-free secrets. Anyway, so if they had simply started her axis here and just had her spin from this particular angle, it would feel a lot better. And they can keep all the animations the same. They just got to rotate the cog a little bit so that it matches that particular axis. And then she would keep it consistent just like that. So that's my recommendation there. Other than that though, like these curves are gorgeous. I love Cloak's animation here. It's very, very solid. Like I love like how his hands are here and like the cloak is all flowing into that particular arc that he's been building the whole time. Really, really good. And hers are good too. But if you guys notice, I love Cloak's animation. Take a look at this. What he's doing here is he comes in like here, and then he like spins around, and then he's like in his pose, right? It feels really, really, really solid, and like it feels like it's going into that like that spiral arc motion that like feeds on itself and pays itself off. Really good. However, Dagger on the other hand, take a look at this. Take a look at this. What is Dagger doing? Oh, wait, we have an ad break. Wait. Hang on, the yeet's not working? Hang on. Let me relaunch my face. While we're in the ad break anyway. What is Dagger doing? I mean, that's a good question. I feel like I'll talk about exactly. The ideas are good. I understand what they're trying to go for, but there's a couple things there that aren't really landing because of the arcs, and I'll talk about it. Ah! All right, try to yeet me now. See if that works. I think I just needed to restart my face. God, don't tell him the secrets. The secrets, Toby. The secrets. Only paid members can get access to these secrets. I'm realizing and I'm remembering now that like the subscriber badge is literally like sunglasses turning into a goo, which then well, apparently that worked, so that's good. Which then turned into a goo person. So Toby's like a goo person, and I think Orion's still a goo, which is, I don't know when that transitions, but I think that's pretty funny. Could they not bother to animate facial expressions, or did they think someone like Dillon here wouldn't go about analyzing frame by frame like this? I definitely think they didn't prioritize facial animations. I don't think that's necessarily intentional. It might have just been a budget issue. Like, who knows? Yeah. The transition is 1 year. Well, there you go. There you go. Okay. Let's talk about what Dagger's doing here. So where does her arc go? Right? We have a really good arc here. She's coming in. She's coming in, right? Okay, cool. Very cool. This is her arc. That's her arc. You compare that to Cloak's arc, which is like, woo, yeah. You see the difference there? There's a real lack of smoothness in her arc, which if you just follow her head basically and the movement of her head in screen space, that's pretty much what you get. So this is where it gets a little unsatisfying, and that's one of the things that it is going to take off a couple points. You see how that arc feels a little jaggedy? So that's where honestly Cloak feels fantastic, Dagger just not as much. And I wonder if that's, you know, just because, you know, they had to transition her into a pose that was a little bit hard to transition into, but like I think it could have been possible to smooth her out just a little bit, because she doesn't have to stop her momentum upwards here. She could have clearly kept her momentum upwards here, like just continued her head just a bit further before transitioning here, and then you would have gotten honestly a pretty nice arc there. It's not impossible at all. So I think yeah, just a couple points lost there. I think it's decent. It's a cool idea, and Cloak looks, man, he looks fabulous. So I you know, I can't complain too much about Cloak. Let's get him on the board. Let's see where is Cloak and Dagger, and where are their skins. Let's see. This one is here we go. That's the one. Growth and Decay. That's actually kind of sick. Okay. Growth and Decay. Let's get it. Here we go. Easy peasy. Thank you. Appreciate it. Boom. Bam. I give them a C. I actually think they do some things quite well, and it feels paid off, especially with Cloak. And Dagger's just got some arcs and some access stability issues that could be better. So could be improved, but you know, it's not bad. It's definitely got a decent amount of animation to it that feels good. Yeah. It could also possibly be some animation data that was lost in the import. If you're talking about like the facial animation, it's possible. You're talking about those animation polish things. Yeah. Live service games, it's possible. All execution, no payoff. I do agree with that a little bit. Yeah. I think the payoff could have been better at least, and especially with Dagger a little bit. These are characters. Give their face his character. I mean, I agree. I do think the facial animation is a huge missed opportunity, but we're gonna see who else we're gonna look at today, and maybe they have a little bit more love on their face. I think that it's possible that maybe it's just Dagger doesn't have any emotion. I'm not sure. All right, who's next? Next is Sue Storm. Sue Storm. I think technically Invisible Girl. I don't know what it'd be under. Invisible Woman. There we go. Season 1. That's sick. I'm guessing that's Hella. That's sick. We're gonna look at her eventually, but not today. Okay. Next up, everyone's favorite. Is she a huge favorite? Huh. After adding the entire Fantastic Four and potentially Daredevil, allegedly they have a lot on their plate. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's very true. There's a lot of animation to get done. I don't know how big their team is. Okay, here we go. Sue Storm. Woo. Okay, very cool. Okay. Playstyle aside, everyone loves how she looks. I mean, that's fair. I mean, it's literally I mean, it's Sue Storm, guys. Okay, I think she has 2 skins, so let's take a look at this first one. First of all, I just want to point out this pose. This pose is really good, and it's really good for just basically one reason. The slight inwards knee here and the slight outwards knee here. It's a really subtle thing, but like this pose gives just a bit of character and nuance to her. She doesn't feel like just like a normal, you know, superhero type where like you'd be standing basically like, you know, just like this or whatever, right? Like a lot of silhouettes just look like that, just straight legged, or maybe or even like this, right? Which is like another, you know, standard body mechanics like action pose. She's got a really nice nuanced pose. She's like this inwards turn makes her feel just a little bit feminine, and this outwards turn makes her feel like she's incredibly powerful. It's like a small balance. It's a really subtle thing, but I really like this pose, especially the way she goes into it. It's really subtle with a really nice weight shift. This is actually the first character that we've seen that walks. She walks, guys. The other characters that we've seen so far, Adam and Cloak and Dagger, they just fly. They all fly. They just fly. So this is actually the first time we've actually seen a character walk. And I have to say, it pays off. This is a really good, well-weighted animation. Her center of mass is really well balanced. It transitions between each foot really well. I really like this last pose too. I mean, that transitions really well to it too. I think they're doing a good job there. The camera shake at the beginning with the slight tilt is also a really intentional choice, which I like. That's cool. A lot of really cool ideas here. I like her animation. Look at her face. Really, really well animated there. I don't know if it's dynamically animated. We don't get a really close-up view, but let me just see. I mean, she has more of an expression than we saw with Dagger. So I have to say, they're doing a good job here. Nothing really wrong with that either. And this is, of course, a good pose. So I like that. That's a good facial pose. She has a bit of expression. She's got a lot of life in her eyes. It feels good. She's not looking directly forward, which is a really, really, it's a good thing. So, Sue Storm, honestly, I'm probably going to put you as my first S. I think it's a low S. It's not blowing me away, but it's the most absolute solid one I've seen so far. I have no notes. It is actually just really, really good. This is actually just a really good animation. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I think it's hopefully a good sign for things to come, because we do have one more skin for Sue Storm. I mean, you can't expect Cloak of all people to walk. I mean, that's fair. He doesn't have legs. If she feels like there's some weight behind her psychic powers. Yes, I did really like that. A lot of really good camera shake and a lot of really good weight and a lot of build up, right? Even the zoom in on her, the camera's being pulled in by her psychic powers. Notice that there's like it feels like there's a build up and a payoff just in the camera zoom itself, which is really cool. Very, very cool. Okay. Let's see what skins we got. We have a new wedding skin for her. Is that different? Okay, let's take a look at what's next on here anyway. Maybe it's here, maybe it's not. What is this skin? This is terrifying. This is not look like Sue Storm. This is crazy. This is wild. This is guys. She doesn't have pants anymore. Like she doesn't have pants or hair. Okay, fair enough. Let's see what happens. It's from a really old Fantastic Four comic where they went to hell. I mean, fair enough. Very visible woman. Yeah. The amount, yeah, her butt, guys, that's wild. This skin is basically what if she was evil. I love how evil women just have to like show so much skin as like that's just how they are. That's just that's what evil means. I guess it makes sense. I don't know. If you compare her legs to the other skins with her legs out, you'll notice hers is a lot more shine to it. Oh, really? That's all right. Textures. Okay, here we go. Oh! Holy shit! Oh my! Oh! Oh! Fuck! Okay. 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 I understand. I understand. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's talk about this. This is guys. Let's be honest. Sue Storm, perfect, beautiful woman. Malice, Sue Storm, Goth Girl GF, right? Like that's like, yeah. Goth Girl GF. I mean. Okay, let's talk about this. Okay, so what does she do well, animation-wise, right? I will say, even though there's not a lot of animation, this is a really cool pose. I have to say, this is a really, really cool pose. She's like almost JoJo posing here, right? Like very, very leaned back. Honestly, a lot of character to this pose. I like that a lot. It's a cool pose. Good silhouette as well. Separated legs, very, very good, right? Like very, very clear posing. So that's great. Good start. I was surprised that she wasn't moving that much, but that's okay. This pose also very cool. Anyway, then we also have whatever that is. I don't know if that is a camera shake, but it feels good, I have to say. Another camera shake. And then we get a camera wipe. I love screen wipes. Look at that. The hands go across screen and open up into this, honestly, really, really good payoff. So we have this bit here. Yeah, I mean, that feels awesome. I'm not gonna lie, guys. There's an acceleration of the camera here, and then like a slow, just like a slow basically it's like a freeze of the camera. So it starts here. That, by the way, great facial expression, really good facial framing. She's not blocking any of her face. This is a really, really good sign, guys. You saw earlier when we saw like Dagger going up, she's just randomly blocking her face on a couple frames on the important build-up moments. You could choose not to do that. This is an animation. You can choose every single frame. So in this particular frame, she's revealing her face. Boom. It's fully revealed. As soon as it gets revealed, it stays revealed. Look at that. Look at that. And look at that arc too. Beautiful arc on the hand too. I should not be drawing on red. Red on red. Not good. There we go. Beautiful arc on her hand as well. Yeah. And then you get this gorgeous sort of like camera shake stop with the camera, which feels really, really good. Really, really powerful. You got some camera shake to show the actual wind and stuff. This, creepy as hell, but really, really good facial animation. That's cool. That's really cool. That doesn't look like Sue at all, but this is awesome. And this is very, very nice. This is very, very nice, I will say. So why do I like this so much? First of all, jumping on invisible things, very cool, very Sue Storm. But look at this. This arc is gorgeous. So right here, she jumps forward, but she jumps forward with a spin. She's twisting. She's got the corkscrew VFX, which helps a lot with building that momentum, that line of action. And then she plays into it so well with this, right? So she has this pose, which is following that same corkscrew that we were seeing earlier, right? So she's getting all that momentum built up on top of each other into what's essentially her final payoff pose, which is basically an uppercut with her right hand. That's cool. Sorry, let me skip over that. Boom. And it flows so well into this pose, and it feels like not only that, these claws are actually like they have a lot of force behind them because they built it up during that entire corkscrew thing into this particular boom payoff, boom, awesome pose at the same time. Really, really good facial animation. This guys, oh man, I feel like oh, this is like significantly better than the other one. Okay, hang on. Let me just real quick get this Malice skin uploaded into the tier maker, and we're gonna give her a ranking. Let's see what's going on. Okay, let's put her in Marvel Comics, I believe, I presume, because that's what you guys said it was. Here, there we go. Malice. So Malice, what have we got? What have we got? What rank are you? Okay. Okay. I think that's fair. SS rank for Sue Storm. She is better than the default Sue Storm. Malice is better than the default Sue Storm. She has better arcs. She's got better characterization. She's even got the weight from walking, even though she only takes 2 steps on invisible force fields, but it's there. It's got a really good weight transfer from one foot to the other. She's jumping. She's got like a great payoff pose. That's a good animation, guys. That is a really good animation. I wasn't expecting it to be that good because honestly, the very first pose was a little bit static, but it really paid off at the end. I like it. I like it a lot. Better than the first one. The first one, the default skin is S tier. It's very good, but I have to give Malice a higher score. Man, man, Sue. Yeah, Sue's got a lot of budget. Yeah, that's true. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, we got Sue Storm out of the way. Do we have another skin for her, by the way? Is there another one? I know there's a wedding one. The Life Fantastic. There we go. So I think this is actually the one that I found here. Is that right? Yeah. Oh, it's not out yet. Ah, we can watch it anyway, right? I assume is this leaked or what? Like, I assume this is not leaked. I assume this is like totally fine to watch. They're brand new. Okay, cool. Well, we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it anyway. I'm gonna watch only Sue's because I want to save Mr. Fantastic's for later. So let's see. I assume I assume that the MVP animation is at the beginning, right? Oh, what the hell is that? They get married? Wait, guys, how do I hang on? Sue Storm wedding MVP animation. Let's see. Sure, maybe that one. Oh, it's Valentine's Day. That's right. I guess this one.
Action.
Nope. Maybe this one. Animatino. Hey, that's Animatino. It means animation in some language. Some characters straight up have combined MVPs. Do they only play if they're both on the same team, or does it just oh, they both have the same MVP? I see. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. Okay. Fair enough. Oh, welcome back. Welcome back. We found the thing, guys. We found the thing. Welcome back from the ad break. So it seems like both Sue and Mr. Fantastic have the same MVP animation for this wedding thing. I believe. Is that what we're going with? Is that what we're assuming? I'm just going to assume that. It's probably fine. Yeah. Shared MVPs did become a thing recently. Okay, well, fair enough. Fair enough. Cool. All right. Star-Lord and Iron Fist in the Lunar New Year event. Okay, fair. Cool. Okay, let's take a look at Sue's wedding skin MVP animation, which has Mr. Fantastic in it, but that's okay. Oops. That's cute. That's cute. That's really cute. Okay. Whoa. Yeah, that's spoilers. Okay, interesting. What do I think about this? First of all, design, awesome. Very cool. Very cool design. Happy for the happy couple. However, couple things I don't like about this wedding. First of all, why isn't that me? Oh, wait, hang on. Ha ha ha! Suck it, Mr. Reed. Sorry, Dr. Reed. I apologize. Anyway, the other thing too is just like, take a look at this. Take a look at this, guys. I'm a little bit peeved. I'm a little bit peeved that the way they turn here is a little bit sudden and is not actually supported by their foot placements. Now, this is a very sort of like, I don't know exactly. I'm gonna scoot down a little bit. Sorry, Mr. Reed. Here's the thing. The way people turn in real life, and the way people turn in animation is different. Generally speaking, the only way someone can really turn their hip is if both feet are planted on the ground and they sort of push off the ground to rotate themselves. This is required for body mechanics. This is how our bodies work, because in midair you can't just turn your hip. It needs to push off of something just to rotate, which is weird to think about, but it's true. However, during animation, if you have a rig, generally speaking, you can just sort of rotate the hip whenever you want, right? That's just how it goes. So oftentimes it's very easy for an animator to just be like, okay, they're walking forward. Now they turn. But the reality is that for her to turn properly, she has to have basically a transition point between when she steps with one foot and then lands on her other foot during the turn, if that makes sense. It has to happen all at the same time, right when you release the first foot. Wait, what is this quip? Hang on. Oh no, is this? Yeah, this is it. Hang on. However, a couple things I don't like about this wedding. First of all, why isn't that me? Oh wait, hang on. Wait a minute, hang on. Suck it, Mr. Reed. I mean, to be fair, I look good. Guys, come on. Come on. I look good. Name more of the submariner constantly tries to get with Sue Storm. That's so funny. Doesn't he live in the ocean? Anyway. So the turning here is a little bit sudden, and you'll notice it right here. Right here. She's perfectly straight and then suddenly turn. Now, the reality is there would be a little bit more acceleration, a little bit more build up to that turn, and it would feel a little bit more natural if they did it that way, and they timed it with the footsteps. So yeah. Wait, this is just the intro animation? I've been bamboozled! What the hell is it? Where's the MVP? Wait, where's the MVP animation? Am I looking at a... Bruh! We tried to tell you. Fine. I didn't even like it anyway. It's fine. Whatever. We'll take a look at that one later. Where's the MVP animation? Is it back here? Oh, it is. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look at the MVP animation, as we always plan to do. Here we go. Interesting. It wasn't... I seem to forget that Mr. Fantastic, like, is noodly. Okay, let's see what's going on. Okay. I do kind of wish they gave her a bit more of a facial expression here. Small thing. And I also kind of wish that they, like, showed her a bit more, but that's fine. Ultimately, they look at the fireworks and... That's cute. This is cute. This is good. Technically speaking... No, it's good. I think it's cute. Mr. Fantastic, I don't want to comment on too much because he's going to have his own MVP animation review later, so we can talk about that later. I will say, though, that the noodly arm thing caught me off guard, and it was a little strange. But we're going to have a lot to talk about with noodly arms later. I'm absolutely certain about that. This is a really cute pose, and I hate how cute it is. I don't like it. I don't like how she's looking at him. Should have been me. It's fine. Whatever. It's fine. It's whatever. It's fine. You know, sometimes you just can't win. It should have been me, not him. It's not fair. It's indeed not fair. Anyway, she looks good. She looks really good. Yeah, good job. They have canonic children. God damn it! Anyway. You better believe I'm making a Photoshop job later with the eyebrow expression. You mean this eyebrow expression? Sorry. She looks fantastic. That is she does. Anyway, congratulations, Mrs. Fantastic. What rank do you get? Let's see. MVP for the one that doesn't have a... Damn it. Okay, well, let's do the thing that I'm gonna steal a little bit of a... Frame this somewhere for the art quality. Yes, it's very good art. Very good art. Yep. Hang on. Let me just put this art here. There we go. Perfect. Damn it! Wait a minute. Hang on. I don't like that. I don't like that. We need more of her face. Hang on. What? No. Hang on. Is that gonna not cut her off? I hope that doesn't cut her off. Okay, let's try this one. It's only fair. It's only fair that we make her look pretty, you know. For no particular reason. Can I remove this? I can't remove it. It's over. It's over, chat. It's over. It's over. It's over, chat. We're cooked. We're cooked. There's 2 of them. I don't mind. Okay. All right. So where does God, that expression though. Where does wedding Sue belong? Let's see. Probably it's good. I give it an A. I give it an A. She's actually not bad. She's got some really cute reactions, some really good facial animations. Like I like the little bit where she puts the envelope in the cupcake or whatever. Like that's cute. It's cute. It's good. I wish they gave a little bit more facial animation at the beginning, but that being said, the rest of it kind of makes up for it. So can't complain. Can't complain. Like that transitions really well, I will say. So very good job. Okay, moving on. We got our A tier populated with 2 people now, so that's cool. It looks like our next MVP animation is Jeff the Land Shark. Jeff the Land Shark. You guys ready? I don't know if I'm ready. I hear a lot about Jeff, but I don't know much about him, I'll be honest. Lots of Jeff. Lots of Jeff. Okay, fair enough. Lots of Jeff. Good Lord mercy heaven. Let's find out what's going on. Okay, here we go. Jeff the Land Shark. Default skin. Default whatever. Default MVP animation. Wait, he ate the camera. That's so cute. Oh, that is too cute. Oh my god. Oh my. Oh my god, dude, that is so cute. Holy shit. Oh. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Dude, guys, I'm gonna be completely honest. There's nothing wrong with this animation at all. It's just good. It's just good. There's great arcs here. Like this feels like a really cute quadruped animation. He lands in this really cute pose. Amazing effects, by the way, with the water effects there. The momentum of his spin and his slide feels really good. You even get a little bit of the tilting of the camera here, which makes it feel very like, you know, unstable, which feels like it lends really well to him sliding towards camera. And then you get eaten. You get vomited up, and then the tongue does its thing, and you get this cute ass pose. I can't complain about this animation. It is really good. And I have to say, from an emotional perspective, we get amazing facial animation, great characterization. I love this character. I'm sure that everyone loves this character. I'm sure no one hates this character. And we're gonna put him in S tier. We're gonna put him in S tier because it's a really good animation. Oh, he's so cute. He's so cute and harmless. He's such a harmless, cute little guy. he's an S tier character. No one. Guys, why does everyone say he's a piece of shit? I don't get it. Oh, kill him. I hate him. F tier. You guys seem to be a little bit conflicted here with the anyway. Yeah, the tongue is a screen wipe. That's true. Basically, kind of. Yeah. He is a menace. Don't be fooled. I mean, look at this little guy. You know, this could. How could it possibly be that bad? He's there's no way he would do anything to harm anybody. He's just a cute little dude. You know, he spit us out. It was cute. He spit us out. It's fine. He's just a little dude. Just a little guy, a little dude. Anyway, he ate an infinity stone. Stones? He ate infinity stones? to protect them. Yeah, exactly. He's a really cool guy, really cool dude. Anyway, so next, what do we have next? The next Jeff skin. What do we got? I'm sure there's more. I heard there's more. What? Holy shit. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. This is actually insane what they did here. This is, oh my god, this is, what? Wait, this is better than anything we've seen so far. Holy shit. Okay. Okay, first of all, amazing just like snappiness on like his pose. This is the fastest I've seen a character move so far. So he does this. Look at that squash and stretch. Look at that stretchy boy. Oh, he's such a good stretchy boy. He's a good stretchy boy. Okay, look at this. He does that. Great arcs here. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that pose? I guess you didn't because my head was in the way, but now it's not. So there you go. Look at this pose here. Look at that pose. Look at that pose. Look at that pose, guys. Look at that pose. That's a great pose. That's a really, really good pose. Fantastic pose. So you have amazing arcs with his tail. Hang on. Here we go. You have amazing arcs with his tail. Hang on. I'm gonna go over here. I'll be back. Okay. And then you have this, which is just like a lot of creative liberty on like how physics works, which is fine. I'm fine with this because it's clearly intentional. You get this very comic accurate, very like Looney Tunes-esque kind of like, you know, those like the like move, like that's the best sound effect I could make. I'm so sorry. That's the very, very fast moving paws, right? So really, really cool stylistic choice there. Hang time in the air, exaggerated, feels great. And what do we get next? More squash and stretch, and by that I mean just stretchy boy, just the stretchiest of boys. Look at that. His dorsal fin is like, you know, in the next zip code. And then, what is this, dude? This is so happy. He's so happy. Oh my god. So this is actually just like a great pose in general, but it's actually technically mimicking penguins. Technically. We do have ads right now. I'll take a small break for ads. For all you guys who are not subscribed, I guess I'll wait. Anyway, how's everybody doing? How's everybody? What's everybody doing? Everyone who's hello. Working through some jet lag, dude. Actually, welcome back, man. Welcome back. I hope you're enjoying your post Japan blues. Honestly, I have had post Japan blues for a while. I'll be honest. Japan is great. Japan is great. I hope you enjoyed your trip. But yeah, it's totally a thing, dude. It's totally a thing. I was up this morning from 2:30 to 5:30. God, that's. I mean, so was I. But anyway. In lieu of the ads, I'm just going to say I'm looking forward to doing spore animations. Hopefully I can find some good creature tuts for Blender. Dude, April, if you make spore animations, you got to post it somewhere I can see it. That's all I'm saying. Ad break is over. Let's go. All right, here we go. I'm going to move myself back here. We're good. We're good now. So, this pose here is so cute. This is literally the cutest pose they could have possibly chosen. He looks so happy here. Not only does this look like a dog wagging his tail, but also it mimics penguin sledding. You guys remember that from Avatar: The Last Airbender? But penguins actually do move this way, and so do seals, right? So seals, when they slide on their belly, they're doing this really cute little pose here. And generally speaking, Jeff is basically both of these things combined, if you think about it. And he has the perfect pose for a land shark. Can't complain. Looks gorgeous. Looks like a really, honestly, a really clear silhouette as well. Also, I just realized his dorsal fin has a little jacket as well. It's so cute. Okay. Look at all these smears too. So then we have these smears, which is ultimately a foundation of like comic book and 2D animation. these action lines, you know, that we get on the tail, on the body here. These impact frames here, these impact shapes, I guess. Also, Digis, thanks for following. These impact shapes are very comic booky, right? They're lending a lot of help to this comic book look. More smears, more just like overall craziness, and then you get this incredibly exaggerated look, which I think actually has the 3D model stretching around the thing, right? Like physically, it's mostly smears. It's actually mostly smears, but they're going crazy with it. It feels like a really active shot, and it really mimics the 2D kind of Looney Tunes style really well. Until you get a screen wipe, and then the cutest pose here. It's so cute. Notice how you get like, this is basically Jaws, and then you get like the smiley version of it. Like that's such a great stylistic choice to really push his emotions and his characterizations more. He is a cute, innocent little shark who can do no harm. Anyway, what do we do for Jeff the land shark? Technically this is Snow Shark, right? So I assume he's a unique original. Is he a festive winter holiday? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. How did I know? I'm so good at this game. All right, here we go. Boom. We got Jeff. We got Jeff in the thing. Here we go. There's Jeff. That's Jeff. There we go. Are they 2D smears? Yes, they are 2D smears. However, they're probably on a 3D geometry. So they do have a 3D geometry to it, but it's a 2D texture. Yeah. Yeah, you can see this is probably just a 2D texture, but a 3D plane. Yeah, fantastic. Also, just fun fact, all of the a lot of these smoke poofs and stuff, these are mostly pre-made assets. I'm fairly certain I've used this particular smoke poof before. It looks familiar. And so it's a pre-made asset, and this is also technically a pre-made asset as well. The screen wipe is a pre-made asset. So these things are 2D effects that are basically something you might be able to buy or might be able to make yourself, depending on the situation in your studio. And then you can create these beautiful cards that just integrate well into your 3D scene. Yeah. How long do you think it would take to animate this? Honestly, this one, it's pretty specific. I would give it quite a long time. I want to say, to get as much polish and stuff as you want along with the VFX, like 2 weeks. If you want to just do the animation by itself, I would say like 1 week dedicated full time would be reasonable. Yeah. This is speaking from like what I assume is like a game schedule, because they can't really spend like a lot of time on it. They have like 35 characters, right? Like you think about 35 characters, if each one took a week, it would be basically a year of production. But I think realistically, you know, first of all, they have more than one animator, so that's good. They might be able to spend a little bit more time on it, which I think they should if they can. That being said, I think it's probably around that time. Yeah. That's my guess. This is, of course, talking about experienced animators, of course, as well. Okay, so where do we put Jeff the land shark snow form? What's his name, actually? What's it? It's called Cuddly Fuzzlefin. Yeah, it's cute. It's a cute name. All right, Fuzzlefin, where are we going? Okay. I'm going to put Fuzzlefin in SS tier. And honestly, I think Fuzzlefin is a little bit better than Malice, but like, who's counting? You know what I mean? We are, because we're going to figure out who the best character is at the end of this. But either way, Fuzzlefin is definitely an SS tier. Definitely SS. Very, very much so. One of the most solid, spectacular animations we've seen so far. A lot of squash and stretch, and a lot of really cool smears, and a lot of great characterizations. All right, who's next? What do we have here? Is this pink? Oh my god! He put on the costume. He put on. Oh my god! He put on the costume. Is this a dolphin? Wait, hang on a second. Wait, this is a dolphin skin? Oh my god, this is so cute. There's no way. That is so cute. Oh my god. Okay. The voice is so cute. Okay. What do we rank dolphins in? Let's see what we got. How good is it exactly? I do miss a little bit of this running animation. Is a little bit hard to judge because we're missing a little bit of the curves that I think we would be able to see better without the costume. But like right here, when the legs are together here, technically we should see a bit more of a curve here. Like we should see a bit more of a curve. It'd be nice if we could get it. I don't know how practical that is for the rig, but like that would be an ideal scenario, right? A little bit more of a curve. This would help with the running animation to feel a little bit more substantial. Right now it feels a little bit stiff, but then again, he's in a costume and he's tripping apparently, so maybe it's just part of the characterization. That's cute. I do wish there was actually splashes here. It's just clipping through the water. There should definitely be splashes in the VFX, so that's a little bit unfortunate, but that's really an effects thing. And this is cute, but I think the transition is being hidden if I'm not mistaken. So let's take a look at that real quick. Where are we coming in from? Here we go. Oh, the transition actually is being animated, so that's good. That is good. No screen wipes there. Pretty decent. I think it's a really cute idea. The execution is pretty good. I don't see anything particularly wrong with it, and I do like the tripping animation. I think that actually is executed pretty well. One more time. Right here, the tripping animation. He does feel off balance, which is great. So you'll see here, like they're doing a really good job here, actually showcasing like how his center of gravity is constantly moving, trying to move over his contact points. That's what basically imbalance looks like. So they've done a great job there, and I really like that imbalance animation. So I have to give them pretty good points there. I feel like Dolphin. Hang on, let me get his thing, and then we're gonna give him a ranking. Let's see. What's his name? Incognito Dolphin. Oh my god. That's cute. Incognito Dolphin. All right. So Incognito Dolphin, I would probably give a solid A tier. Solid A tier. It's very, very good. It's not like amazing. There's a couple things that could be better, but that's what A tier is for. Something that really has a solid foundation with a couple things that could be better. It's not perfect. Okay, well, there you go. That's Jeff the Land Shark. I think that's the only one, right? Totally Jaws? Yeah, it sounds like Jaws. Yeah, I like it a lot. I mean, it looks like they tried to go for the cartoon look, but it kind of got lost with the 3D. Potentially, yeah. I do wish that they had a bit more effects on the water, but I suspect it actually might just be like a technical issue. Maybe it was done, but just not showing up. I did notice one small thing here. If you notice, right here, there's a splash, but the splash is like getting cut off by the water's edge. So this could be like an alpha sorting issue. Like maybe the splash is actually here, but you just can't see the bottom half because of the water, and it's actually cutting out all the extra ripples. That's my guess. How do you go frame by frame? I use the period key, the period and comma keys. That lets you go frame by frame in a YouTube video. Yeah. Who made Jeff watch Jaws? Honestly, whoever did clearly also taught him how to make it with snow, because that looks like Jaws, the logo. All right. Anyway, who is next? Loki. Okay. Loki it is. I still need to finish Loki season 2. Okay, Loki's just next in the queue. Let's just watch it. At least 3 skins. Okay, fair enough. That was okay. Let's watch it again. I want to like this. It started out so strong. The end is not good enough. The end is not payoff what it set up. I'll tell you exactly why. They have really good ideas here. I really like the buildup of the arcs here. So this has an arc. It has an arc being built up, right? It has an arc being built up. That's really cool. It's really good. It's a visual arc. And not only that, you see here, it goes to his face. Your eye goes to his face, and then it transitions here. Look at that. Really good. Really good arc payoff. I like this a lot. That's cool. It does that. That's fine. And then it goes into the spinning of the staff, right? So the arcs are really good here. It's feeding on itself. It's got this flow to it. Also, that's actually really cool. The Band-Aid dots, they don't do that for anyone else. I don't know why they don't do it for anyone else. That's awesome. They should be doing this for everybody. What the heck? Anyway, but take a look at this. Notice what his staff is doing, because the staff is the last piece of the puzzle that just needs to carry in the momentum and really see it through, right? So it comes in. It can't. So the staff just does whatever it wants to, man. The staff just does whatever. The staff is not properly parented right now. It's not. That is not how staffs work. Oh man, it's just going through the hand. It's doing whatever it wants. But okay, regardless, we're just talking about flow. We're talking about arcs. We're talking about momentum, right? What is it doing wrong? Honestly, the biggest thing here is that it's losing a lot of its momentum here. It's flattening itself to camera, so you don't get to see the full arc. You just see, right? You're immediately cutting off that momentum. You see this? Look at this. Okay, it goes a little further, but it's basically not going the actual arc. It goes like this because of the camera rotation. So it's rotating towards camera, and then you get this moment here where essentially, this is where it kind of just like reverses. See this? See how it's reversing? So it goes all the way. It goes all the way here, and like it's just like it's okay. It's decent. The arcs are not being maximized by any means, but it's decent. It's decent. Gyroscopically, most things that are spinning in this way would resist the overall turning of the system. So you'd see something like a little bit more like, you know, like this, where like you would the spear would be like more along this axis here, if you can make sense of that scribble. But right now it's like totally perpendicular to the camera, which is already too soon. But regardless, even if it had the perfect arcs going into this, notice how it just ends. And then he just brings it backwards. You guys see that? So he does boom, 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 boom. The arcs are going this way. They're going this way. They're going this way. Then they're going this way. And this is fine. And then at the very end, boop. Boop. That's not good arcs, bro. That's not good arcs, bro. That's not good arcs, bro. You're undoing all of your momentum. You're undoing all of the anticipation. You're undoing everything if you just kept it going instead and had something that built on top of those spirals that you created during the first part of the animation. It would have felt so much better. The payoff would have felt so much better. Loki. You are so close to being good. You're so close to being good. And so for that, you get a B. What I do really like about this is the arcs at the beginning. I think it's a really creative way to do arcs. They have an arc transfer from here to there with energy. And then they have an amazing pose here. I love this pose. This is such a gorgeous pose. I mean, look at that perpendicularity. Look at this gap between the cape and the body. Look at this amazing hand with still like a bit of negative space here that really separates it. And these horns are also just perfectly accentuated in his silhouette. And he gets a bit of characterization with that, and this like lean back JoJo pose is very masculine. He's got a great pose going on here. It's a really, really good pose. I love that, and I love that transition of the energy into I assume is like the Mind Stone here. So he's doing some really cool stuff. I like his animation a lot, but the ending makes a lot of it fall flat, and I have to give it a B. It doesn't feel like an A. It could be an A. It could have been an A. I think it could have easily been an A, but it is a B. Low key. Low key, guys. Low key is low key. All right, let's go on. What's next? Why is my mouth doing it? Okay, Loki. This is Loki from Loki, the TV show, season 2. This is not a spoiler for me. I already know all this stuff. It says Yggdrasil, I believe. This is a really cool. Oh, there's an ad break. This is a really cool moment in the TV show. I will say, Mr. Observador, thank you very much for following. I'm interested in this skin conceptually, but animation, we're gonna talk about it when the ads finish. The animation is well, we'll talk about it when the ads finish. Yeah. Let me get his thing set up while we're waiting. Loki. Am I blind? Loki. I'm blind. Oh, no. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Yes. Never mind. Oh, whoops. Oh, whoops. Daisies. All right, we got Loki saved. Here we go. Ads gone. Some people still have ads. Aiming for the prehistoric planet level shifts with the ecosystemry. Fair enough. Oh, shits. Wait, shits or shifts? Anyway, 8 seconds left. I'm excited to see that, April. Very excited. Okay. Loki, we have TV show Loki. Cool. So let's watch this one more time. Let's talk about what could be done better. Let's see what he's doing. You guys notice a problem with this? I don't think it's like, does anyone notice immediately what stands out to you? Hang on, I gotta stop my trembling. Okay, I'm back. Okay, Villain says could lean a bit more to exaggerate the pull. Llama says strings aren't pulled very tight. No tension from instincts. There's no tension on the strings, just tom-tom. Yeah. Feels a bit weak, not enough brace. Honestly, you guys have nailed it right on the head. There's a lot of slack on these, and he's pulling really hard. And I'm sure, because these are technically timelines, they're very heavy. But if you want the animation to feel like he's actually pulling on them, and they feel heavy, you need to have the strings be pretty taut. The weird thing is that like they basically don't change when he pulls. Like, look at this. They just do whatever they want. They're not responding to him at all. So like, I really wish, just a small thing really is just to have these things be tighter here. And what's cool about this is that you can actually get something that feels really tight here, and then you can actually loosen it later down the line. This is a property of, I don't want to say tautology, I don't think that's a real word, but like strings and stuff. A physical property of them is that like they get really tight at the point of tension, but like as you get further from the tension point, there can be more slack. So really what you want is this part to be really tight, and then like this part can have a little bit more looseness if you want to make it feel heavier, which is how it works. Yes, it's true. But yeah, this part needs to feel tight, especially if you want him to feel like he's resisting against their natural tension, which is how it works, right? Miss, thanks for following. And as soon as he touches it, this part right here, it's cool, but I'm not getting as much payoff as I would like, because we immediately go away. And I think like this impact doesn't feel big enough. If it went completely white or completely green for a second, and like maybe we got to see like I don't know, like a glimpse of his face or something like that. And then he zooms out very quickly, and then we see his face again. I think that would be more satisfying. I think it would feel a lot more like we get a big payoff, a big build-up, big payoff, and then we get to see his face and, you know, as the new god of Yggdrasil or whatever. It's Bordo. Thanks for following as well. So I think this, honestly, especially with not a lot of animation, I have to give him probably a D. I think this Loki gets a D. He's just standing there and he gets a little bit of a head tilt. And even with the animation as minimal as it is, it's still missing some elements here that could make it a lot better. Yeah. I mean, narratively as well, why does he separate the timelines at the end if he joined them to begin with? I don't know. I have no idea. Tautology is a different term entirely. Hang on, let me look up tautology. What is tautology? The saying of the same thing twice in different words, generally considered to be a fault of style. Oh! Example, they arrived one after the other in succession. I see. Or in logic, a statement that is true by necessity or by virtue of its logical form. Sure, I don't know what that means. That's weird. Okay, well, I definitely didn't mean any of that. Cool. Kamito, hey, welcome back. How's it going? His next skin makes up for the first two, IMO. Okay, let's find out. Let's find out. Who will Loki be next? Butcher? I think I saw Butcher somewhere. Whoa. Oh! He's the All Butcher? Like the All Father? Wait, did he absorb Hela? Is that the because he looks like he's the god of death here. That's crazy. That's pretty cool. Not gonna lie. He absorbed a god symbiote. Oh my god. Okay, that's pretty sick. Venomized Loki. Holy shit. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Now we're talking. Let's talk about this. Okay. Here we go. So, really good angle here. I like the angle of the scythe because it's accenting his silhouette really well. Perpendicular to his silhouette, feels good. I don't actually like... I don't like this camera angle. This camera angle is a little confusing because he's facing right most of the time for the beginning, and then suddenly he's facing very left. I kind of wish they just like stayed on the left side of him, honestly, because then he's facing right again here. But let's talk about this part, because this is the part that we all want to know. Does this make him an S, right? Honestly, I like this a lot. I think conceptually super cool, very powerful. I do wish he lifted his head a little bit faster. And this is a nuanced opinion. Let me illustrate this for you guys, okay? So there's a bit of an opportunity here to have this pose be a lot more condescending. We get this already. You see this? This is a great condescending pose. That chin up, look down kind of look. That's the part that scares us the most. This is the part that feels really, really good, right? I like that a lot. I like the sound design too. I like the transition. I like everything about that. The beginning of this doesn't feel quite as good. So I almost wonder if like during these frames, oh, that feels cool. Just keep that. That's great. And then just transition to the downwards look a little bit faster, and you would get like a more energetic kind of like this. Like that's all you need. Like you get a payoff on it because you get a slight bit of acceleration. And I'm talking very, very minute amounts here, but I think it makes a big difference because right now he's sort of just looking up like this. He's like this. You see that? See how it's mostly linear? Like he just sort of goes like, and that's what he does. You'll notice here, look. There's not a lot of acceleration there. But if he just had a bit of acceleration, what you get is a snappier pose change. And that snappier pose change gives it a bit more distinction, a bit more impact. And then you get that condescension for a little bit longer, which feels really, really good, especially with the face. And then you come into his final pose, which feels fantastic. See, if you just imagine that for a little bit longer, come in and do that, that feels great. I mean, I do like this a lot. I think it's a really powerful skin. That camera angle is a little bit weird in the middle, but other than that, it feels good. I would give this... Hang on, I gotta make it first. There we go. Boom. Scuff stream. Making the tier list as we make the tier list. Here we go. Bada bing. I would give All Butcher Loki an S. He's not quite an SS. He is very good. He's got a lot of amazing ideas, a lot of great payoff. I do really like this last slash, for example. That feels good. And you guys know why that feels good. I'll break it down for you. It's because of the screen wipe. The head screen wipe feels really good. So this is good because it preempts the line of action. See that? See that? See how they all support this line of action? That's what we want. That feels really, really good. So the Loki head movement is complementing the Loki scythe movement. Also, this impact frame. Holy shit! What the? That's gorgeous. What the? And they did custom drawn. No, this is not custom drawn. They did something with this where the shadows are way prettier than the other ones, and the impact frames look absolutely gorgeous. So there's that as well. Definitely an S tier, but he's not quite SS. He's not quite SS, but well-deserved S tier. I think he's great. Really, really good. Cool. Cool. All right. I believe that is the last Loki. Let's see who's next. Let me see. Technically, Luna Snow, actually. I believe she's next anyway. They just decided to go in alphabetical order for the strategist here. Okay, here we go. Luna Snow. She has 3 animations? Okay, cool. Ice powers. K-pop idol? Pretty cool idea. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. Interesting. Okay, here, guys, here's the thing. I am a dancer as well as an animator. So I have a couple opinions on dance animation that we're going to sort of talk about in this one. And bear with me. So this is good. This is very well executed in terms of like the technical things. This is not an easy thing to animate. Dancing is usually very hard to animate. Take a look at this. The one thing that I wish we got out of this choreography, less so the animation itself, the choreography is missing energy here. I don't know if this makes sense, but it's missing energy right there in that particular part of the screen. It's missing energy here. It's just missing energy right here. There's nothing here. It never goes here. Let's take a look. It makes sense. Take a look at this. Okay, so right here, it's a dancing bald spot. That's a great way to put it. So I do like this. This feels like a really good arc. Like they do that. They actually move the hip with her hand. Really good dancing technique. Very, very solid, honestly. And then it goes in, and that's fine. Not a lot of energy there, but it's fine. But then right here, when she does the snake upwards, you guys see what's missing? You guys see what's happening here? Look, watch this. Watch this. Right? This thing is coming up. This thing is coming up. This S shape is coming up. It is building up its arc. It's building up its arc. And where does it go? Nowhere. It goes nowhere. It should have gone here. So this is why I feel like there's missing energy here. The energy stopped. It just stopped. It doesn't exist here. It doesn't exist. This is all gone. So this is more of a choreo thing, honestly. I don't think it's on the animator. They animated it really well, actually. But this is missing energy here. It just needs energy. And this is like more of a dance criticism, honestly, than anything else. I do like everything else about it. I will say though that like if she could be here outside of just the choreography, if she could be here and like the camera could be a little bit like, you know, like closer to the hand a little bit, so the hand's like pointed like here, it's a little bit bigger. Like this would be a slightly more powerful pose, right? This would be a slightly more powerful pose. I think if we had this, she would feel a little bit better. Just like a slightly higher angles, we're a little bit closer to the camera. We get a little bit more focal length, a little bit more perspective shift here. You see that? Get a little bit more of that. Right now we have just about that much, which is not as much. So we can exaggerate that a bit more if we move her a little bit that way, move the camera up a little bit, get a stronger pose with the hand a little bit closer. Those are some small things. I would recommend it. But also I would really recommend just getting some way to have the energy here just like flow back down or flow or flow up or something, but not just immediately stop. That's a bit of an issue. Takes off a bit of points just because of the arcs. Because yeah, it just feels like it's missing that energy. But that being said, it's actually very well executed. So I have to say, like the overall like poses and weight are quite good. I like the footwork at the beginning. I think it could have been framed a little bit better. The camera works a little bit strange. I think I wish I saw more of the dance silhouette itself, but I do like it. But it's just got that bald spot, that dancing bald spot. So where do I put Luna Snow's default skin? Honestly, I give it an A. I think it's a pretty solid A. It's really good for what it is. I think the dancing is actually pretty solid technically from a body mechanics perspective. There's no imbalances. There's no crazy like awkward mechanics being, you know, sort of like cheated or anything like that, which I see often in dance animation. So that's actually really, really solid. I like that a lot. The only difference is that like dance choreography could have been a little bit stronger to get that extra energy, and some of the camera angles could have been better emphasizing her silhouettes. That would have been nice. So yeah. SS, yeah, Guy Warsaw, you're gonna you're gonna find SS is a common occurrence with these rankings these days. Anyway, Luna's ultimate is akin to Zenyatta, but she dances the whole way through. Oh shit, that's awesome. That's pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool. Okay, let's see Luna's next skin. What does she have next? Elsa? See, that's really cute, but not a whole lot of animation. Oh, ad break. Say So by Doja Cat? That's true. Yeah. Honestly, okay, yeah, I'll look up the last Luna skin. But yeah, I feel like the only thing I'm really missing from this is better face poses. Like this face pose is pretty much just the default pose, but with one eye closed, which isn't as good as it could be. Like you could push this a lot more. Like you could have this, you know, like her mouth actually smiling in some way, you know, something like this. You could have this like be a little bit more upturned rather than downturned, right? You could have this be, the eyebrows are mostly fine. I think they're cute, but they could be like, it could be a little bit scrunched to have like a little bit more of that emphasis to it if you wanted to. Like certain things about this, like this eye could be a little bit bigger depending on what you want to do with the character, but like I think it could offer some cuteness to it that would be really good. And she seems like a dancer, so she seems like she'd have enough of an attitude to do that. So things like that, like adding a bit more of that facial animation push. This does feel a little bit basic, a little bit static, right? This feels a little bit basic as well. It's just like her facial animations are mostly just like default face pose. Like it feels mostly default face pose, and it just needs a little bit more. Like this last one is the only one that's like pretty good. Like I do like that last one. Oops. But like this one here, this one feels pretty good. Feels pretty smug. I like it. It's got a little bit of that upturned smile, which is nice. But yeah, I just want more of that in all the other freeze frames. So I think this one's like kind of okay. There's not a lot going on, so I can't really say that there's you know, animation to really say is like, oh yeah, that's the one. Oh, this is the, yeah, this is the one. Here we go. So there's not a lot of animation there to really say is like impressive. It's not doing a lot because she's mostly just walking and standing. I will say though that the walk is actually quite good. I do like the initial walk down the stairs, which is not easy to do. They're doing a good job with the walk. I think mechanically the walk feels balanced. It feels sexy, which is what they're going for. Can't deny that. It's good. So I will give her probably, let's see, let me get this saved in. What's her shining star? Yeah. So Luna Snow's ice skin, her Elsa skin, or it looks like an Elsa skin. Luna's shining star skin, probably I would give like, I would give a C. I would give her a C. I think she's actually, she does a good job, but like I would give her a B if her facial expressions were a little bit better, just because the walk is so good. But like with the general lack of animation and with the lack of facial posing that feels good, I'd say she's closer to a C. But she's not quite a D. She's a little bit better than a D. Yeah. Her slightly icier skin, yeah. Yeah. Let's take a look at the last, what is this? What's Luna Snow? I believe it's called Mirai 2099. That sounds crazy. What? I guess this one. What? That's it? I guess her newest one is even newer than this. Fair enough. 7 days ago. Oh wow. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Holy shit. Okay. Wait, hang on. Is this the intro animation or is this the MVP animation? It's the intro animation. Okay, we can't look at that. 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 Okay, here we go. That looks sick. Dude, I have to watch all the intros too. Oh my god. Okay. Here we go. This is the 2099 skin for Luna. Wait. That was it? Wait. Is that it? Hang on. So is she saying words or like I'm a little confused. So she's lip syncing. I don't understand. The lip sync doesn't quite, because like there's a part where she's like singing but there's no voice. Like Like that's like her mouth is moving, but there's no voice. It's probably Korean. That's fair, but her lip sync doesn't match her syllables. I don't know. Anyway, it's sort of fine. We're gonna ignore that for now. But she does have a couple of mismatched things where she's like singing when she's not singing. That might be like a sound design issue. Animation wise, I think it's fine. Though the one thing that I will notice is that, like, first of all, the design is sick. I love the design. So there's that. Also, apparently the intro is a lot better. So we'll have to watch the intro at some point and rank that separately, because this is why we're separating it, because, you know, each side serves its own little thing. But I'm really excited to see the intro now, but I can't watch it until I watch the rest of them. But for now, just the MVP animation is giving me a little bit of like a little bit of stiffness and a little bit of randomness. So while I'll talk about the randomness here, you'll see this is her singing and it's great. It looks pretty, but it doesn't really build up to the payoff, which is that. This is not the pose that you would assume she would assume after singing sitting down. Like I think this is really the issue. Is like there's not really a lot of build up to this huge payoff. And so this seems immediately random. I do think it's a cool pose. I mean, it's a cool thing that they're doing here, but it's just like, she's not even very active in the beginning, right? Like if someone told you that they went from this pose to this pose, you would assume that this is like two totally different shots. But in reality, this is like somehow the same motion. So I think like that could be, I don't know, either built up to better or have a different payoff that actually builds on what you're building up in the first half, which is mostly singing, right? Like lean into the singing and have the payoff be a singing if you're going to have singing for the most of it, for most of it. But if you're going to have like the payoff be dancing, then have her dance at the beginning. That's just, you don't have a lot of frames to work with. I think that's an important thing to build up, and the payoff should be something that, you know, it was set up before. So that's one of the reasons why I got so caught off guard. Everything artistically about this is really good. Like the design is awesome. The shaders are awesome. Like I love the shoulder thing where it has the sound waves. That's sick. One small thing with the animation here is this bit right here. She's got this kind of like, she like pushes forward and then does that. It feels a little bit forced. It's a very small thing, but generally speaking, when people are actually singing, they would probably push backwards with their head a little sooner instead of like swirling in like this, because this is more of a dance move. And when you sing, especially sitting down, you're not gonna do this to emphasize your singing, which it seems like they're trying to show, but rather you would do something like this, right? Like instead of there's a little bit of that motion there that goes forward with your chest that isn't quite natural. So it's a small thing. Oh my God. Speaking of unnatural movements, I do think that it could be improved in that way as well. This is a really weird one because I actually think that the skin itself is awesome. Like I really like the skin. So I want this to be better, but it's just not quite. Perfect timing. I'm back. Just in time for the skin to be uploaded. So, honestly, I feel like this skin has so much potential for an MVP animation that feels satisfying, but it doesn't quite set itself up in a way that it deserves that payoff. So I would say, as great as it is, I have to give it probably... I'll give it a C. I'm giving it a C because ultimately singing animation is not easy. I do think that they did a good job, generally speaking, with the singing animation, and the composition of the shots were actually quite beautiful. It's just there wasn't enough payoff for it. So I want to balance that out a little bit. Give it a C. I think it's overall one of the least satisfying ones I've seen so far, but the animation is good. So it's a mix. It's a mixed bag. Luna, I really want to like more of your animations. I wish they spent as much budget on your animations as they did Sue's animations. Yeah. I feel like they could have, but that's okay. I do think she's a fantastic character, and I'm curious to see her intros later. So we'll see. Who is next? We have Lotus. Mantis. We have Mantis. All right. Mantis is next. Mantis is next. Mantis is next. Let's see what's up. Even in anime, they find proper words with the correct number. So, well, same should be done to make sense for games. Yeah, I mean, I agree. But yeah, the lip sync was probably honest. I'm gonna gloss over that just because maybe it's a language difference. But yeah, who knows? Mantis has an interesting one. What does that mean? Oh, that's cute. Okay. I mean, I would say this is like pretty solid. There's nothing crazy about it, but it's not bad. Yeah, I mean, it's just good. It's got solid arcs, you'll notice. The arcs come from here and they stop for a little bit here, but then they sort of like speed forward, and I don't mind that. I think it's a pretty decent use of that build-up time. So I do actually like this. I think it does a good job. Could it be a little bit smoother? Yeah, maybe, but I think it's good. And ultimately, it's got a solid setup and payoff, and it's got a solid facial expression, especially at the end. So nothing wrong with this. I feel like Mantis is like a pretty solid. Yeah, I'll give her a B. I think she deserves at least a B, if not an A. I would give her a very high B personally. It's solid. It's solid. Yeah, but just a B. Yeah, just a B. Somewhere in B. Yeah, maybe not a lot to show off her features. Yeah, there's not a whole lot going on here, but it's not bad. All right, who's next? Or what's next, I should say, because Mantis has a couple more skins, right? I believe. Surely she does. Surely there's some. Surely. Mantis, here we go. Oh my god, you have so many. Okay. Wow, what is going on here? Okay, let's take a look. She's really well known for her martial arts. I didn't even know that. Is that in the movie? I don't know. Anyway, okay. Excuse. What? 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 Okay. Okay. What? I did not expect that at all. I had no idea this was a thing. So she definitely has martial arts in this one, that's for sure. That was cool. That was really cool. This is what the final reward was for season 0. Really? This is like, she's just Genji. God, she's Genji. Oh my god. Okay, this is crazy. Like, dude, look at the weight on this. That's so good. Okay. Hang on. Look at this. First of all, great pose here, being so close to camera. Love that. This is just a good pose, right? Like close to camera, low focal length, from below. And then this right here, weight is really, really good. These poses, all really, really strong martial arts poses. This was a little bit strange in the arcs because like she kicks up, I think. And then I'm not sure where she goes. Let's see. She goes here. I wish this was a little bit more clear, but she comes. Yeah, okay, I see. So one small thing I would do here is I would just have this foot not be so perpendicular to camera and just give it a little bit of leeway so you could see that arc a little bit better, right? Just a little bit. You can definitely, you have that leeway. I did martial arts for a while too, so like generally speaking, the biggest thing here is like making sure to balance your body a little bit more. So she might have to come in a little bit here as well to balance that out. But like technically speaking, it's possible. And then you would get a better arc here, so you could have actually something that feels like you can read this arc that goes down like this, rather than just like a line that then transitions into an kind of invisible arc. So that's a small thing to affect readability. You want to get those silhouettes nice and tight. But other than that, that feels really good. She comes in here. That feels so strong. Like the lines of actions are all flowing into each other. So really, really cool stuff there. The only thing is, at the end here, this is a qigong thing. So you basically release your qi at the end of a movement or something like that. It's usually better to raise raise your wrist just a little bit to have that come down. So right here, what you're seeing is incredibly relaxed wrists, which is fine. It's definitely fine. But when you actually have like those relaxed wrists, generally speaking, you want to have a little bit of that sort of like dragging motion here. So you'd actually see just a tiny bit of that. Personally, in my experience, I also prefer to do like more of a to the chest movement. So like something like this might feel a little bit better. This is personal preference though, to be fair. I think different qigong artists will do different things, but like if you had something that felt more like this, you can get something that feels a bit more intentional with the release of qi, right? So that would feel a bit better. What if I told you this was all mocapped? I mean, that's fine. I think it could still be pushed. Yeah. Hey Barrett, how's it going? Welcome. But this is gorgeous, guys. This is gorgeous. It's a shame she wasn't more of a fighter in the movie, since Palm Clemente seems to be good with action scenes. Wait, yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy that they didn't have her fight more. I would have loved to see her fight more in the movies. To be fair, she is an alien. I mean, she's an alien. So, yeah. Hey Goo, are you officially streaming in this time? Sure. Yeah. I don't know. I'll have to do it a few more times to make sure it's sustainable. Wait, in all the movies she hasn't fought yet? Yeah, not really. She's mostly just been like, if I touch you, you feel sad or something. Blah 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 blah. You feel sad or happy or something. And like she just like stands on people's heads. And that's as far as I have seen her do anything. Unfortunately. Would have been cool. Yeah. Anyway, I love this. Welcome back from the ads, guys. Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, yeah, basically that. I mean, I guess so, Instincts. I guess so. All right, so Mantis, crazy Mantis. What are you called? Galactic Wings Mantis. That's such a cool name, dude. Galactic Wings Mantis. I would give her, dude, honestly, this is tough. I give her an SS. I think she deserves SS. Is there some things that could still be better? Yes, but the animation of the things that she does well is already so good and so smooth and so satisfying that like I don't think I could rank this any lower. This is an SS for sure. She looks fantastic. Her costume is amazing. All the poses are incredible. The weight, the arcs, everything. It's so good. It's fantastic. Oh, even look at this. Like, this is a small thing, but her finger pose is really nice here. I like that, how straight the pinkies are and how they're folded sort of inwards or tilted a little inwards. And pretty decent thumb placements there. Technically, they could be pushed back a little bit further, but that's okay. Either way, fantastic job, the animators who worked on this one. I was blown away by this, actually. This is how you end a kata. Yes, exactly. So, what's next? We have more Mantis skins. That's cute. I mean, that's a good one. More arcs, more poses. Good facial animation, honestly. Like, I like how she's actually smiling. Right, better than Dagger, which she's not just not to smile. Dagger doesn't smile, but this is like actually good. It actually has a pretty good payoff considering everything. I say she gets a, let's see. Who are you? Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. She did good. She did good. Guardians of the Galaxy skin. I think Guardians of the Galaxy Mantis is probably about the same as her default skin. They're very, very similar actually in terms of like how complicated they are and what arcs they do well and things like that. So honestly about the same. I'd say they're both pretty solid. Yeah. She's probably closer to an A than her default skin. I actually like this one a little bit better, but she's still not doing anything crazy. So I'm giving her just the, you know, a high B. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Also, there's a giant lamprey behind her. Yeah. There's one more. Okay, cool. Let's oh my god, please. No. I don't want to look at that. Okay. Let's look up Mantis Shrimp. Mantis MVP animation for what's it called? Jade Maiden. Cool. Jade Maiden. Right, this one? Wait, yes, this is the, yeah, right? Am I right? Am I right about this? This is the one, right? Oh my god. Immortal Tide. Okay. Interesting. Does this one have it? Nope. She does not have it. Let's see. I guess this one. There's so many animations I want to watch, guys. There's so many. Where is the MVP animation? Oh, hello. Wait, is that it? 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 Okay, hang on. Is it, wait, is this the intro? Oh my god. Which one's the intro? This is such a cool outfit, dude. Immortal Tide? Okay, hang on. Okay, that's default. That's default. That's default. Oh! Wait. Come back. Come back. Come back. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, here we go. 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 This is Wing Chun. I'm 90% sure this is Wing Chun. This feels awesome. Yeah, Ip Man shit. This is good. Holy shit. Woo! Yes! Dude, this payoff is so good. But also the poses. She's hitting the poses really, really well. Like this is a Wing Chun pose, very Wing Chun pose. Like palms turned up, legs kicking low. It's a very strong stance. It feels very snappy. It's very, very well executed. Great silhouettes. I mean, they even got the sound effects there. That's awesome. They have the multi-punch. Very Ip Man. And then right here, look at this screen wipe, guys. Look at the screen wipe right here. Boom. Arc flows right. I mean, they're drawing the goddamn arcs. They know exactly what they're doing. They're drawing the goddamn arcs. They actually have the perfect flow and build up to this. Like that's so good. Dude, I just the satisfaction you get just from watching this is so guys, I like this way more than I'm supposed to. I'm pretty sure. This is only an epic. So this leg sweep as well flows directly into this. Notice how the leg sweep went this way, and how did this hand start? Even though it's going up now, yes, it started here. You notice how it actually picks up that energy. It doesn't ignore it. Look at it picking up that leg sweep energy. You see that? So it's actually coming in from the right, going directly left, picking up the energy from the leg sweep before and flowing it directly into this motion. That is so cool, dude. That is really, really satisfying. And I have to say, guys, this is let me just this is honestly better than some of the legendary skins we've seen so far. So where do I put Jade Maiden Mantis MVP? Where do I put Jade Maiden Mantis? Very easily SS. So easy. She's an SS. That is like undeniable. One of the most satisfying animations I've seen for the MVP so far. Dude, that's good. Someone is definitely a fan of Ipman. Yeah, I agree. Whoever did this knows Wing Chun pretty well, and I think they did a good job showcasing it. They didn't half-ass it. That felt really, really authentic. That feels really good. I love it. And honestly, great camera work too. Just really good stuff, dude. Really good stuff. Jade Maiden, did not expect you to get the SS rank. That is good. That is really good. Okay. We got Rocket Raccoon left. He's the last one. I thought there was two, but that's just Sue again. Good old Sue. All right. Rocket. What do we got for Rocket? Let's see. Rocket. That looks cool. I'm excited for Psylocke later. The rapid punches is what won me over. Yeah, they did a really good job with the rapid punches. Rocket, okay, interesting. You've got some potential. Let's talk about it. Okay, I like what you're doing here. Rocket. Couple things. Really good screen wipe on the head there. Very cool. Very engaging beginning. Really good weight. You see how the weight came down on here and he really like followed through with that catch. He feels like he can't lift the whole thing, and that's good. Look at that. And he can barely support the weight of this guy. The only thing I'm missing here, and you guys may have noticed this already, but the arcs kind of break a little bit in screen space. This is fantastic. This is really good. You get this, and then you get that essentially, which feels good. It connects. You get that feels good. And then it just sort of like he just sort of stays still for a bit, right? And then he comes directly towards camera. The problem here is that it looks like there's some sort of implied camera movement that doesn't make sense because there's no background. See how like right here you get a lot of like trailing here, and it looks like he's doing a treadmill. Like he's got this great curve, and then he starts to move left. And this is supposed to be flying by. The background's supposed to be flying by here, and the camera's supposed to be following him. That's what it feels like, especially with see how far these jet trails are going. Earlier they were here, so now they're being pushed back because the camera's moving. That's not very clear because the background isn't there. You can't see camera movement without background. That's just a fact. So if you don't see the background and you only see the character, you're just seeing screen space arcs. And the screen space arcs here get a little lost. They just sort of come here and then just goes like boom, he just comes towards camera. And I think that also is a little confusing because I think he's not even facing camera before this, and then suddenly he is, because I assume the camera is supposed to be revolving around him and he's supposed to be going straight. But that's not very clear because again, there is no background. So taking off some points there, but acknowledging that the animation itself is actually really good. I just wish that they had a bit more clarity in that. So yeah, if we just give him a background, I would put this pretty high. I would give him an S. Without the background, I'd say, I mean, honestly, I'm going to give it an S anyway, but it's going to be a lower S. It's actually quite good. The animation's really, really good. And I especially like the fact that he's got this, what I say, like ratchetiness to him. Like he's got this kind of like bounciness to him where he's like not fully in control of his body and his weight because of how small he is. So all the small jitters and the shakes from the gun get reflected in his body. He's got like, he's got a lot of that kind of random mechanicalness to him, and it feels really, really good. So I do like that a lot. And I think it still deserves an S, but it's a really low S, and it could be better. So if it had a panning background, honestly, it might have been a higher S, maybe a low SS here. It is a very solid animation, but that's where we're at. Yeah. Yeah, it's man, I can't give it an A because I think it's actually very, very well animated. But oh my god. Interesting. I like this one. Hang on. Let's watch it again. So this is the Christmas one. This is the winter one. So the issue with this, hey Navan Vermillion, thanks for following. The issue with this is actually that I don't think there's anything super satisfying about this animation until the very end. I like the concept. I think it's cute, but like there's not a lot of build up or setup for anything until the very last pose, which I do like the very last pose a lot. But this right here, like, first of all, it feels slightly out of character for Rocket, because I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but like I feel like he's more cynical. He wouldn't be quite as like innocently. He feels a little bit like Jeff the Shark here, right? But that's fine. So he comes in here, that's fine. This part is a little difficult to focus on because you kind of want to see his face. You kind of want to see his emotions, but he's just flying around with not any real direction and then sort of shooting snowballs in front of him. And it doesn't feel like he's actually shooting at anything in particular. So it's losing a bit of focus, not just conceptually, but also visually, because we can't really focus on him physically because he's moving around so much. So we don't get a focal point in the animation. And then he does this, which is fine, but it doesn't have like a real payoff. Like he's just shooting upwards. His silhouette isn't super strong, right? Like there's no like focal length here that's taking advantage of like an anticipation. It's just a very, very neutral pose. Like he's just shooting upwards. The audience isn't involved in this. They feel very far away. The focal length's very high. It feels flat, and it doesn't give any kind of tension. So this doesn't feel like it has any payoff to it. But this feels really, really good. I like this a lot. And I think like ultimately the swinging animation he does here is like where all the payoff actually is. But it's only set up in the very, very last few seconds. So I think this one isn't quite doing as much as it could. Like if you imagine this right here, like any of these poses getting emphasized. Let me show you an example. Like right here, like imagine if instead of being so far away, you actually get to see like his face and like how excited he is, right? Like, yay. He looks not excited at all the way I'm drawing him right now. But imagine he's like he's got an excited face on his face, and then like the gun is like here, you know, or something like that. Like you get like this nice, like cool, like he comes close to the camera just for a second, and like the camera follows him as he like shoots the gun, right? So like you get this character moment here, and it slows down for just a second so you can appreciate that, and then it goes by again. That already helps a lot with this particular thing. You'd be able to really appreciate his shut up about the eyes. The eyes look great. Anyway, but ultimately I think it would be a little bit better if you could actually appreciate his character. You can't really do that here, and then there's not a lot of tension or payoff, so it ends up being a little bit flat. Okay, so what do I give him? Let's see. Let's find his skin real quick. Rocket Raccoon. Rocket Raccoon. He looks so cool. In the art, he looks so cool. I liked it a lot. God, he has so many. Oh man. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited for these. That looks sick. Okay. Cool. Let me just get those queued up. Why not? Let me just save these out so we have them. Cool. while we're waiting for the ads. Why not? Okay. Barrett asks, oh, welcome back, everybody. Barrett asks, do you think they started with the final pose first? Honestly, yeah, I think that sounds pretty likely. They probably did. I think working backwards seems like a pretty reasonable way to guide and direct animators. So I think starting with the final pose probably makes sense. Most likely an artist drew the pose, and they sort of like mashed it to that, because this is a very, very beautiful pose. It looks gorgeous. Silhouettes are gorgeous. Having a 2D artist really define the silhouette and the final pose for the animators is going to make everything better, for sure. So yeah, most likely. Most likely. All right. So where would I put him? I think he falls a little flat, honestly. His animation's okay. The end saves him a little bit. So I would probably give him I'll give him a B. I'll give him a low B. A low B. Yeah. Mostly just because of the ending. Without the last pose and the last build up and last payoff there at the last few seconds, I would probably say that he would be pretty easily a C. But yeah, it was pretty good. B it is. All right, who's next? Or what is next, I should say. Oh my god, it's the Wild West one. Okay, here we go. Okay, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Interesting. All right. Wanted Raccoon. Is that what it's called? That's cute. Bounty Hunter. I like this one a lot, okay? I like this one not just because I'm from Texas, okay? All right. Here, check this out. There's a couple things he does really well here. I love the concept of him kicking his gun because it's so heavy. It feels like a giant weapon. So he kicks his gun up and spins it. That feels really, really good. Now, could it be from the behind? It's fine. I think it's fine, ultimately. This has a really good screen wipe on his head. Yes, we love that. Notice the line of action. Yeah, where's the line of action going? The same direction as the gun. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Right? So it reinforces that line of action to this, which also feels really, really good. Great focal length here. Like, that feels amazing. Anything that whizzes by camera is going to feel more dynamic and more interesting. And you get this perfect framing of the actual wanted poster. Fantastic. This is a really, really cool. This is a really cool animation. I like this a lot. What I'm noticing could be done better, if you take a look at this, is honestly just this first bit of animation right here. I'm not really getting the yoinky kind of feeling here. I don't know what the paper's doing in these few frames. It's a little confusing. Notice here how like the paper's not really in his palm. It's sort of like at his fingertips, which is a little precarious. You know, I'm not feeling like that gritty, rough cowboy feeling. I feel like it needs to be a little bit more like, you know, in there. Ideally, we get the paper to fold a little bit. It's actually just like perfectly straight along this axis when it should probably, you know, be curling along here as well or something like that, right? Like that would be a little bit better. Sorry, this should be here. There we go. But like something that curls this way would feel, you know, like it's actually being dragged through the air a little bit more believably. And yeah, that's really it. I mean, honestly, I think this part is like kind of fine. But yeah, anything that involves like a little bit more of like a deformation that isn't just along like this axis, right? Something that feels a little bit more substantial than just like this kind of 2D deformation they're doing here. I wish they had that, because if they did, the beginning paper would feel a lot better. Because they clearly can. It's 3D, so they can just like do whatever they want with it. But other than that, because honestly, that's very, very minor, I say this is quite good. I give this a pretty solid, I would say this is a pretty solid S. I give that a solid S. Is it an SS? It's actually maybe borderline SS. I think actually it is SS. Yeah, you know what? I give this a low SS. I like it a lot. I think it's really cute. No, I give it an S. I guess it's an S. Actually, I think it's an S. I think it's an S. It's a good S. It's a good S. It's good. But yeah, it doesn't quite give me the same satisfaction as I've seen from, like, you know, Jade Maiden and stuff. So I can't put it in the same category. But it is very good. Solid S. Good job. Good job, Wanted Raccoon. Everything kind of connects with each other. Yeah. Gun loses weight by how easily it stops. Let me see if that's true. I don't think that's necessarily true. Yeah, I actually think it's fine. But mainly because, like, he actually has a decent amount of settle on his body. Yeah, the gun loses a little bit of weight, but I don't think it was actually conveyed to have that much weight in the beginning because of how easily he spins it. So it's actually relatively consistent. And then you have this mechanical opening, which feels really, really good as the next point of satisfaction. That transitions well from that. So I think it's actually fine. But yeah. His smile at the beginning is a little weird too, though. But he is a raccoon. It's only weird because it comes a little bit late. But either way, that is technically Bounty Hunter Raccoon. So Bounty Hunter Rocket gets an S. And then we have Guardians of the Galaxy Rocket, right? Guardians of the Galaxy 3 Rocket skin. Let's see. Groot! I mean that end poses. That's really pretty. That's cool. That's pretty. That's really pretty. This is the first time we've actually had slow motion. Am I crazy? This is the first time we've had slow motion? Like actually slow motion. I feel like it is. I could be wrong. Okay, interesting. I think it is good. I think it's good. I like the slow motion a lot. I think it's a really cool concept. But the beginning arcs are good. This is a really good pose. I like that a lot. The slow motion is a really, really cool thing. It's well executed, actually. I would say all the slow motion aspects of what he's doing, the recoil, the expression, the slow blink as a reaction to, you know, the bright light. That's all being conveyed really well in the slow motion. The only thing I'm missing here is a more satisfying arc. Honestly, at the very end, he's just sort of lands. The biggest problem that I have, actually, is the fact that his gun doesn't have any drag to it. So it has vertical drag, but it doesn't have rotational drag. You notice this? So he does this. Technically speaking, the gun does have some recoil, so maybe there's a little bit of that. But you'll notice as he spins it, it just sort of like, it comes down here as if it just sort of like needs to happen, but not because of any other reason. Granted, it's because his arms are really, really short. Cheetah-kun, thank you so much for the two months. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thanks for the prime. Play cool. No, but honestly, I think that this part here at the very end especially, it just sort of comes in and it doesn't have the proper weight and the proper arc to have this transition. So you'll see here, like right here in this transition, it kind of like the gun is coming here, and then it sort of like boom. It's got this sort of like sudden arc as the pivot goes around his shoulder, which is because he has very short arms. But yeah, having that transition be a little bit better would be helpful. Other than that, like there's not a whole lot of satisfying buildup with the slow-mo. The slow-mo is teasing something, but we're not really sure what it is. And because of that lack of predictability, it doesn't really set anything up in particular. Setup is all about predictability. You want to have something predictable to feel like you can know where it's going, so you can get the satisfaction of being able to predict that, right? So I feel like Guardians of the Galaxy 3 Rocket is probably... he's a pretty solid A. I like the ideas that they're doing there, but it's not really paying anything off in particular that feels great. But the slow-mo is very well executed. The animation is very well executed. Generally speaking, all of that feels fantastic. But yeah, I just wish that the very last ending felt just a little bit better, a little bit more satisfying, and really helped pay off all the work that was put into it at the beginning. And there you go. That's all the Marvel Rivals Strategist ranked in one go. So I need to now pick who my favorite strategist is. Okay, we're gonna have to we have to pick the favorite MVP animation out of the strategists. Eventually, we're gonna put this together as like all the characters. But for now, because we're breaking it up because there's 35 characters, too many characters. Out of the strategists, my favorite MVP animation. The crazy thing is that we have actually 2 Mantis skins. We have 2 Mantis skins. We have 1 Sue skin and we have 1 Jeff skin. So which is wild. I did not expect Mantis to be anywhere near the top. She was not on my radar. I assumed Sue or Jeff was gonna get the top ones. I've heard a lot about them. Who do I think has the best strategist MVP animation? From a purely animation standpoint, I would say technically Galactic Wings Mantis is the best. However, from a satisfaction and payoff standpoint, mixed with a solid animation, I think Jade Maiden animation. I think Jade Maiden's MVP animation takes the cake. I think that is hers is probably the best MVP animation out of the strategies I've seen. It is the most satisfying one. It really takes the cake on like building all of the poses and all of the arcs and putting them together into one big payoff, which is surprising because it's technically an epic skin. But like seeing this in action, you can just kind of see how gorgeous everything comes together at the end. And that's where it makes everything worthwhile. On top of the fact that she's incredibly accurate martial arts poses, she competes very easily with Galactic Wings, but finishes off stronger. So I have to say, I give it to Jade Maiden. Can we see the Common Rider one? Yes, absolutely. Let's see what it looks like again, just to compare. But I know who's better. Let's take a look at this. But yeah, Galactic Wings is very, very good. It's a tough choice, honestly. But the ending, I'm not gonna lie, guys, the ending just falls flat for me. I really, really, really like everything else about Galactic Wings, except for that one arc I wanted to correct. But the ending falls a little bit flat. So all in all, Jade Maiden had no notes, executed perfectly, super satisfying arcs, super satisfying payoff. Yeah, she takes the crown. Yeah. Yep. So there you go. That's Marvel Rival Strategist, guys. We did it. Everybody clap. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm clapping. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I have to go to a meeting. I got our daily meeting happening right now. It's like a thing. I'm clapping. Yes. All right. Well, I just kind of just have to go. So I guess we don't have time to. I'd like to raid. I don't think I have time to raid. I got a meeting to go to, guys. I got a meeting. We're just in time. It's always the meetings. It is. Oh right, Arc Knights. Fuck. Curses. I can't believe I forgot to do Arc Knights. I can't believe it. The VOD channel is gonna kill me. Oh my god. How late? I'm about 4 minutes late right now. I kind of just want to watch the Arknights one, but I do have to go. I have to go. Okay, guys, don't let me forget this. I'm going to try to stream tomorrow. Like within a day. We're going to do this. We're going to get the Arknights animation watched. Finally, I swear it's going to happen tomorrow. We're going to do so stay tuned for that. All right, we got Mirval Rivals done at least. That's good. We got a long list going through, but hey, that's fine. Look, double Sue. It's great. All right, see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna try to stream tomorrow because I didn't stream yesterday, so I'm streaming today and then tomorrow and see what happens there. Ideally, we go back to the Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule when I get a little bit more situated with time. But yeah, you know how it is. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys. Bye, everybody. See you guys tomorrow soon. See you soon. Eventually, maybe next time. Maybe next time. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe Monday. Maybe Wednesday. Maybe the day that you were born. Bye bye.